Good morning. Y'all, when I tell you we need to pray, we need to pray. And I'm praying for healing for fucking Dineva. First of all, I'm asking us to bow our heads and we're going to pray for fucking Dineva for a complete healing. Father God, in the name of Jesus, Lord, I'm coming to you humbly that you heal Funky Dineva in his body completely. That it's a complete healing. Lord, that we ask that you protect him as he go through this health battle. You created the body. And we ask that you heal Funky Dineva in Jesus' name. Thank God. Amen. So we definitely want a healing from Funky Dineva. I saw the post where he got something removed. And I said, that man needed healing. He's showing that he's on the what do he have? The catheter. He's showing that he definitely needed healing. A lot of people say he need to take a break. It's hard to take a break on YouTube if that's your only stream of income. I'm gonna say it again. It is hard to take a break on YouTube, and that is your only stream of stuff that's going on, your only stream of money. They said you need to pray for Tasha K because Cardi B is taking everything. Lord, if you're listening to me, I'm your humble servant, Brother Wiley, and I'm asking that you watch over Tasha K, that you give her the strength in her mind to do right by you, Lord. That she stopped lying on these celebrities, that she stopped putting stuff on her children, Lord, and the actions that you're doing for her, Lord, right now in Jesus' name, because she's going through a lot with Cardi B. She's going after her finances. She's going after her husband's finances. In Jesus' name, watch over her, Lord. Lord, in the name of Jesus, do it for Tasha K. In Jesus' name I pray. Thank God. Amen. And speaking about it, y'all, the YouTube Shorts is doing it for the Wiley Show. It's like no shade. I did a YouTube Short, and that YouTube Short got over 5,000 views. Do we have it right, Paul? Was it over 5,000 views? We recently did a long form video about Tasha. That video now about to just hit 1,000, but it been out there for a week. YouTube, what is going on? Do y'all just like to see me in the short form? Like, YouTube, what is going on? Like, let me see if I can bring it up really quickly here on the YouTube short. And we just gained 100 subscribers just off of shorts. Just off of shorts. We did this really, really quick. This is just literally just off of shorts. Just off of shorts. And I couldn't believe it. So we're going to be posting more shorts, okay? I'm not going to abandon long form content. I'm going to still do long form content, but we will be putting more shorts out. Let me play a clip of this. Press play.
Maybe this lawsuit is getting uglier by the day. Cardi B is now suing Tasha K husband for $4 million. She already was suing Tasha K. She got the judgment against Tasha K. Now she's going after Tasha K husband because allegedly Tasha K had been hiding her assets to her husband's name. And now Cardi B want to go after her for $4 million. This is getting really rough out here in these streets. It definitely should be studied. Maybe this lawsuit is getting uglier by the day. Cardi B is now suing Tasha K husband for...
That video alone did 5,000 views. So we got a lot that we're going to discuss in this video today. I'm just asking y'all, just come on in, sit on down, enjoy this. Because we got a lot that we're going to discuss in this video today. And of course, We ask that y'all come on, show some love to the Wiley Show by clicking that like button when you come on in the room. So we should have already 50 likes. So y'all heard of Lady T. Y'all heard of Lady T. We've been covering this Lady T content. We've been trying to get Lady T on the show, right? We've been trying to get her on the show because I told her if you team up with the Wiley Show, they're back up off you because they ain't gonna say all this stuff with me. They're back up off me. They're back off you and all that type of stuff. But I was seeing in this and I was like, okay, let me look at this Lady T stuff. Now, mind you, Lady T bought a computer. She rent this computer out and she gave it to SeanDavieWay. And she said that SeanDavieWay was attractive. SeanDavieWay and Armon Wiggins' former best friend literally concocted and said that she's weird and all that type of stuff. I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. Because she wasn't weird when she was donating money. She wasn't weird when she gave that computer to SeanDavieWay. She wasn't weird. So they do this messy Monday, and Lady T came up there swinging like, you ain't gonna talk to me like this. What you talking about? All that type of stuff. Like she dragged SeanDavieWay. SeanDavieWay was so shocked in his face, and he got off the panel, and they was up there talking about top creators in the sector, and all that type of stuff. And Lady T came up there and she came up there woodmelling for herself. And I said, as a black woman, you have every right to come up there and will mill for yourself. And he was on the phone with Lady T, saying, I love you, you my baby, you my boo, I'm your daddy, all this type of stuff, just because he wanted a coin and he was manipulating her and just wanted some money. So I really felt bad for her. And then when she first told her story, she was crying. And I was like, I feel some type of way about this woman. Like, I don't like it when people misuse people for $1. This doesn't make any sense. So when we saw Armon Wiggins' former best friend saying all this stuff, and I'm like, to Sean, I'm like, how you friends with this man when he got up on his platform and a receipt was given to me? This man said, you can't, our word, he said blatantly, our word, the willing. I'm like, so why would you put that out like that? Like, from my understanding, Lady T and Sean never met. They never had intimate spaces. But Sean, moderator, and she was like, is your little girlfriend gonna be there? Is your little girlfriend gonna be there? And all just throwing out shots. And Lady T was like, screw you. I got this to say about Sean, blah, blah, blah. And she was just saying all this stuff. I said, you know what? They was talking about she not in this sector. She not in this. Y'all, she can do YouTube. And I'm glad that she got her own YouTube channel. Be able to get her own click and a view. And to say all this stuff. Then they was coming after her, doxing her, saying all this crazy stuff. I said, you come over here and team up with the Wiley Show. They'll lay off of you. They'll lay off of you. Because Armon Wiggins' former best friend got up there and lied on Armon. And I'm like, now wait a minute. He said Armon is I got the receipt of when he put his hands on his mom. And I'm like, if that is true, why you ain't go to the police? If somebody put their hands on their mom, why you didn't go to the cops? Then he said he got a receipt of him doing booger sugar. Why you didn't go to the feds and to the DEA? Like, it's like you wasn't saying this when y'all was cool. You wasn't saying that Armon was doing the booger sugar when y'all was buddy. I'm not understanding. So I don't understand if you got evidence and proof that he put his hands on his own mother, why you didn't go to the police and file an order? That's what I'm saying here. Why not go to the authorities? Why not? get into the authorities and say, hey, my friend put his hands on his mother. You didn't do none of that. So I'm not understanding like why you up there want to go online and say all this type of stuff, talking about he's gonna sue. How you gonna sue Armon for what? And this the gag. Armon put out an allegation against his former best friend. And he said that it was a guy he was supposed to be mentoring or one of his kids, and the guy had like a health breakdown. He was over at his house, something got in his drink, and I'm like, oh wow. Now I could have easily did like a whole series. I could have easily did like a whole series. Part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, part 6, part 1,000. But I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just get the tea, eat my popcorn, and move on. But I look at SeanDavieWay, and I'm like, why are you friends with someone that's dissing Armon? So that means you never liked Armon. That means you never liked him. That means you have always been jealous of Armon because you haven't been on his level. And now you teaming up with his ops. But when I was coming against Armon, it was, oh, Armon is my friend. Armon is my friend. Armon is my friend. He's my friend. He's my friend. Oh, I'm live right now. Are you okay? Okay. Bye-bye. He was like, he's my friend. 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 Now that they broke up, now here you are. You over there with Armon's ops. Make it make sense. Soon you was dragging Tasha K. Tasha K call you. Now you all up. Oh, I love Tasha K. I love Tasha K. I love Tasha K. I love Tasha K. But do you love her enough to pay off that debt? Do you love her enough to go on that computer to pay off that debt that she in with Cardi? I don't understand that. And ladies, I'm going to tell y'all right here and there. If that man is saying, calling you daddy and all that, and if they don't want to eat the yoni, take your money and your computers and give it to somebody that will satisfy you all night long. I'm just going to be real with you. That will satisfy you all night long. And on my channel, we have some beautiful, thick, chocolate, caramel, almond brown. We got some beautiful black women over here. And if they don't want to give it to, come on over to the Wiley Show. We eat it. We eat it, lick it, and come right over here to the Wiley Show. I guarantee you, they'll back up off of you. They'll back up off of you. Then we do a live, we do some videos. I guarantee you, they will bag up off of you quick, fast, and hurry. Because once you get a taste of Wiley, you ain't gonna never go back. Once you get a taste, you will leave immediately. You'll be like, I'm staying over here at the Wiley Show. I'm staying up for the Wiley. I get you, Lady T. Lady T said, I'm not looking for no online, but a real friend. I get you. You're looking for a real friend and a man that's a CC. I'm all for it. Yeah, I'm looking for a real friend too, but it's hard to find real friends on this internet. It is. It's hard to find that because people want what you got. You know, they don't want to use you. I understand. It don't make sense. And it's wrong that, for me, that Armon Wiggins for my best friend. Now, here you are saying something against Lady T, but when Armon went to throw them hands, you hiding in the bathroom. Security, help me. He tried to harm security. Where at? Now you got all this stuff to say about Lady T, but you didn't have that same energy when Armon was ready to throw them hands. Where was that energy at? Where was that energy? Thank you, Aggie, for the super sticker. Where was the energy? When Armon came there with his homeboys and his crew, you up there hiding in the closet. Talking about I need the security and all that, peeping out the door, and you was scared to come outside because Armon was out there with his crew, and you was afraid. But you 1000% want to come for a black woman. I don't understand that. I really, really don't. And then you didn't even see this energy because SeanDavieWay got sued by a content creator who was a man who came from over there. Lady T came from over there, and he had nothing to say about him. He was all hush hush. Don't talk about him at all. Don't post about him. I'm moving forward and all this type of stuff. You had to pay like over $10,000 because he sued you, and you had to pay for a lawyer. But you didn't have that energy with that man like you got with that woman. I don't understand that. Talk back to me in the chat. They got that same type of energy. And let's be clear about Messy Mondays. Armon with his former best friend only get clicks and views when SeanDavieWay promotes him. Say man and say ouch. It's the truth. He went on his page and he promoted, and then all the people go over there. He can't host a show by himself. You gotta fast forward. You gotta fast forward because he want to beg. You gotta buy. You gotta. He wants you to buy trophies. He wants you to beg and buy that hairspray. All this type of stuff. Before he even get into the gossip, he begging. So, of course, what Lady T said, I agree. It is a hard watch. It is. Because all he going to do is sit there in bed, and SeanDavieWay is literally sitting there, oh, let me promote. Then SeanDavieWay, because you over there with somebody that's boring and dry, that spirit of being boring and dry leaping off on Sean. He can't even be himself. Because you over there with all that demonic, boring, dry energy. That's why you over there with all that boring dry. Then you go over there, oh yeah, don't talk to me like that. I told you don't be talk to me. Man, get that bass out your voice. Who you talking to? They better be glad I ain't hit that link because I was tempted to hit that link, but I can't hit the link because they're blocked. You know what I'm saying? So I can't. I really can't hit the link because they have blocked me. So I couldn't defend Lady T like I wanted to because they have blocked me. So I just had to sit in the bushes. I said I'll respond on my own show because they have blocked me. You already know they'll sit there and click that. They get that block button. So I said, let me not say that. But I will be in these comments and say, Lady T, you're welcome over here at the Wiley Show. And this is another thing we have to stop doing as people. Unless you are Lady T therapist, or because if you're a psychiatrist, you can't be out here diagnosing people unless Lady T is your patient. A lot of y'all don't know nothing about mental health at all. Y'all just be putting diagnoses on people. Lady T never came out and said that she had a diagnosis. And even if she did, she still have a right to want her computer back because Sean posted and said he's gonna go to the what do they call it? The pawn shop and pawn the computer. That's wrong. And I don't think he's gonna pawn that computer because it's a nice computer. She could have sent that over to the Wireless Show. You know what I'm saying? But I do feel for her. Only thing I want Lady T to continue to do is continue to defend yourself. Is continue to build your platform. Is continue to speak and tell your truth. And continue to say, hey, I'm going to speak truth to power because they're going to use you for clicks and views. You flip it and say, hey, I'm going to get a click and a view off of y'all. I get it. And all this trying to create a new sector. Then somebody else said, I'm bringing people from Clubhouse and I'm going to create a sector. I'm going to go ahead on and create me a sector. Then they said, oh my gosh, we the big three. Well, one of y'all can't get no clicks and views unless he's on get support from the two. Now, I don't have nothing against the big three, but let's be honest. Let's be all a bit and be honest. One of y'all only get clicks and views when y'all promote her. And the other lady, I don't have no problems with her because she put some money on my books when I was in jail. So I don't have no problems with her. I think she is an underrated creator just to get into that sector. I really think she's underrated. And I don't think she should get involved with those men because she don't need to. She does great content when she's breaking down cases. When people go to jail, she get the information. She calls, she emails. So I really don't think she needs to be around that. But if she wants to, hey. But to say y'all are the big three, congratulations. But y'all have promoted somebody into the inner circle that is going to get the clicks and views, that are getting the clicks and views. And Lady T has become, now she's becoming a household name. I give it to her. And we love her over here at the Wildish because I'm like, get your clicks. And I'm glad that she got a channel because the reason why I say I'm glad, because people would get clicks and views off of you. Build your own channel. Build your own channel. And they said, well, why Wiley name wasn't mentioned in there? And I'm like, I don't know. It's a biased list. A bias. We had one of the biggest Jaguar Wright interviews over here, and it went viral. You know what I'm saying? Talking about this is the Jaguar Wright sector and all this just weird stuff. And it's not a truthful panel. It's not, excuse me, it's not a truthful list. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not. It's a bias list. Now, I would say SeanDavieWay said, oh, this might be the end of Messy Monday. And if it is the end of Messy Mondays, you're bringing the viewership. You're promoting it on your platform. And you are promoting someone that is dissing Armon Wiggins and lying on him. But you claim that you were cool with Armon at one point. What happened? What happened? You were dissing Tasha. Now you cool with her. Now you befriending someone that has said vicious lies on Lady T and Armon Wiggins. I just don't understand. I don't understand that. And then when Lady T came on the platform, I was telling y'all in real time, I said, look at SeanDavieWay demeanor. He's upset. He looks sad. He looked frustrated that y'all is promoting Lady T bringing up this situation, and I don't want this. But Armon Wiggins' former best friend was looking at the clicks and views, and he's like, screw that. I'm going to get these clicks and views. That's how he looked at it. That's how he looked at it. That's how that goes. That's how that goes. So then I go over there and I say, you know what? This ain't right. So I'm gonna defend her. This ain't right because I don't like it when people team up on a black woman when all she did was help creators. Lady T posts receipts of the creators that she financially helped, gave money to, and then now they want to dog her. But y'all weren't dogging her when she was giving out that coin. That's what I'm not understanding. Now y'all want to dog her. Now when she closed her purse, she's X, Y, and Z. All this type of stuff. Now y'all got something to say. I just don't understand. And Miss Jaguar Wright, again, I'm happy for her that Jaguar Wright got her own platform. We told Jaguar Wright, you need to get your own platform. Get your own platform. People use you for clicks and views. Now you can benefit off your name. You want to allow a celebrity? Go ahead and do your own platform. And if they want to book you, they need to pay you because you bring in views. You are the female version of Charleston White. You are a very intelligent black woman. So when I was in jail, I saw a performance of Jaguar Wright. I said, this is what you need to be doing. Get you a production, get you some cameras, and go ahead over there and get your click and your view. Now I don't have a problem with Danny. I don't have a problem with her. I feel like she is a highly underrated creator. And she would do so well, in my humble opinion, when it comes to like law and crime. I feel like she's underrated as a creator because she puts a lot of time and energy on her content. Regardless, she's in a mess right now. We get that. I understand that. But I'm talking about when she ain't talking about the mess, when she talk about court cases and all that, like she goes deeper involved. Like she does. She really, really does. Like she goes deep. She get the recordings. She called the jail. She talks to the lawyer. She did all that. Because she covered my case from the A to all the way to Z, interviewed my former roommate. She did way better than Storm. No shade. Give that black woman her credit. I feel like it's beneath her to get into that sector, honestly. I feel like it's beneath her to get into that sector because I'm like, she does well. She don't show herself on camera, but her voice, I like her voice. The music that she plays, I like it. Do I agree with everything she says on her platform? Absolutely not. I don't agree with nobody 100% everything they say on their platform. No, I don't. But it doesn't take away from a skill that she has. It doesn't take away from a skill that she has. And it was another creator. I can't think of her name. I think she's Latino, either white or Latino. I can't think of her name right now. I think she white or Latino. I want to think of the lady name. But now, when it comes to this particular sector, then now you got another person that's about to get into the sector. Now, he filing court cases against Armon. He's losing all the court cases. Like he lost all of it. Lost all the court cases. Came out. The court cases. And he lost in the court cases and stuff like that. But he said, I'm about to go to Clubhouse and bring Clubhouse people in this sector. I'm like, go right ahead. Go right ahead. Let's see how it goes. Now, when I say that she does research, I'm talking about court cases. When she talked about my case, you may not like her, Megan, because you probably don't like Danny Robinson. But I'm talking about when she talked about the court case, she did her research on my court case and other people's court cases. Like she does really well. When she gets into this particular sector, you may not like because of what she probably said against you or others in the particular sector. I get that. I understand that. But I'm talking about when she talk about court cases. Like that's what I'm talking about. When she talk about court cases and stuff like that, like she called and I think she said it was a mental health crisis, like what Wiley was going through. Because like I did watch that video. I went back and watched. She interviewed, like she found my former roommate and interviewed him and stuff like that. She made it possible for me to get she made it possible for me to get my items back from Vegas and stuff like. So I got to give her credit on there. Oh, you say she don't do research, but I believe she does. And on that, like but that take when you get documents that take research to get those documents. That take research to get those documents and stuff. Make sure y'all thumbs up and like this video. And then I open up the lines for that. They said thank you, Danny. We're glad to be available. Yeah, it's like she does help. That's why I said she's like I have to give it to the people. I have to give it what credit is due. Honestly, I have to give it what credit is due. Honestly, I don't have nothing against her. But I will say to the people in here, don't get upset if y'all not mentioned on no list because it's a bias list. If you cool with with the big three, you're not gonna be on the list if you're against them. So I get it. But what y'all can do is create a new faction and be like, okay, let Lady T, Maggie, and then another creator. What's his name? He's a male because he goes on Maggie's show. Oh, what is his name? It's a black male. Because I went over his live. What is his name? He comes on Maggie's show, and he's a black man. He's a black man. He goes on her show. And I can't think of his name right now. But he be on her show, and I'll be listening. I can't think of his name. If it comes to me, I'll say his name. But it should be Maggie, Lady T, and that male. What is his name? Is it it's a black male. He was just hold on. He was just I believe it was Ralph. I believe the boy name is Ralph. I believe it's Ralph. I believe it's Ralph. Yes, Ralph was. Yes. Y'all be a team. I'm just in the bushes, I'm in the be. Yes. 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 That's a perfect trio right there. That's a perfect trio. And when they doing a messy Monday, Ralph, Maggie, and Lady T, y'all do y'all panel at the same time. That's how y'all do it. That's how y'all do it. I'm just saying. At the same time. I'm just giving a suggestion. I'm just giving a suggestion. I'm just giving a suggestion. Um, and I open up the phone lines and let y'all call in. I open up the phone lines and let y'all call in. We really wanted to talk to Lady T. We did. But she booked it busy. She booked okay. I dropped the link. She booked in busy. Okay, I dropped the link if y'all want to come on. Excuse me. She booked it busy. So I get it. I get it. Everybody don't every one thing that you're gonna learn about YouTube, and I've learned this because I've been on YouTube forever, right? Everybody's not gonna like you on YouTube. Everybody have their fave, but guess what? They're gonna watch. Even if they say, well, you jealous of such and such, so what? You still watch. But everybody's not gonna love you. Everybody's not gonna love you. They're not. Everybody's not going to love you on this platform. But they will still watch because there's people that said a whole lot of hateful stuff about the Wiley Show, but they still watch. So when I rather you to like, in a perfect world, I would let everybody say good stuff about it, but we don't live in a perfect society. People gonna say some stuff about you. I be in the comments, stuff like, especially over there on SeanDavieWay, over there on that Discord. Baby, they said the most hateful stuff about me. Lady T, some hateful stuff about me. Over there in that Discord. And had the audacity to tell me, pay the $4. I said, what? You think I'm gonna pay the, first of all, I got into this Discord for free. I don't know how I got over there for free. But anyway, click the link, got in there for free, and all his minions was going in on me. Then Sean started going in on me. Talking about pay your $4, pay your $4, pay your $4. Why would I pay $4 to be insulted? Why would I pay the $4 to be insulted? I ain't paying that $4. So then when I was clapping back, I got an error message. They blocked me out of the Discord. But keep sending me what they said in that Discord. Keep sending it to me, y'all. Y'all know what to do. But they had blocked me out of the Discord because I didn't like the stuff that they were saying about Lady T. I didn't like that. They were saying some stuff that wasn't right. They was. They were saying some stuff that wasn't right.
Hey, man. Shit.
Hello?
Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey, come on, man. Shit. Come on, hey, man. No, I'm saying, what's up, Doc?
Do you know what show you tuning into?
I'm tuning in. What? What about it? I'm tuning into the fucking Buster show. What's up?
You have the wrong show, sir. Get sober. I'm like, what the? Do you already know what show you on? So it's like a lot of stuff. I'm like, some Trump supporter hit the link and don't even know what show he on, and was drinking a 40. You do not know what show you on. He was drinking a whole 40. I'm like, come on, be nice. Really quickly. I don't understand. Maybe somebody can tell me why y'all don't like Lady T, because I don't see it. Like, why y'all don't like her? Lady T donates. She donates.
Hey, Wally.
How you doing?
Good morning.
Doing good. How are you doing today, sis? You not doing good today?
It's a lot. Oh, I hear you twice. Wait a minute.
Okay.
Okay, there you go. Did you just have somebody up here or did somebody just call in? That sounded like that same troll that comes from the Krishan sector that's always on Have Nots panel. And
so I had removed it because he wasn't making no sense. He was drunk and all that type of stuff.
He's the one that SDW was going back and forth with. He's a nobody, and he continues to run around anywhere with anyone that's giving me any type of whatever because Have Not sends him to do so. He's literally been on this panel multiple times.
Jesus.
It's sick and sad, like literally sick and sad. But
I want to ask you like 1 and 2, like the question I want to ask you, because a big thing when your name came to my desk, they said she gave a computer and they won't give her computer back. So do you still want the computer back or no?
Hello. Yeah. So when I was just in your chat, my phone rang, so that's why I had to leave, and it was actually the detective that's now assigned to my case. So we had to converse about, what's going on. So
Because you still paying for the computer, but then Sean said on one of his Discord messages that he's gonna send it to the pawn shop. But you're saying that that's illegal because you're still paying for the computer for it.
yes, so it's been a combination of things that he's said and done that don't coincide with, oh, it's just a gift and just whatever. Like I told him when he just called, yes, I gifted an item because this large content creator, if you will, said that they needed that item. It's not about them asking me directly. They said it in front of a public forum that they were in need of a device, right? Just like if people say they're having legal issues, can everybody help, tally up? You know what I mean? It's the same thing, right? I just was the sole person that did it. So when you're in need of something, he then says, while playing his recording with him filing this report with the officer, that he was unaware, knew nothing about what it looked like, didn't know the size, nothing, and that he was in need of a MacBook specifically, not what I sent. And he said that's what led him to selling said item because that's not what he needed. Well, the receipts that I have, I don't know if you want me to send them to you now to show up here. Clearly, not only did I send him video while I was in the FedEx sending to him, he also came into a live that I had did. He had pictures. He knew exactly what it was. I put it in his Discord, what it was, right? So, and sent it directly to his phone as well. So he not only knew what was coming, if he knew that that's not a device he knows how to operate, because I'm on the same device right now. I had two. Well, I had mine, and then I got him an identical one. You feel what I'm saying? So why would you allow me to send something that you didn't need? You had me sent it because your sole intention was to sell it and never use it. Hence the fact he got
for sell it for a MacBook. Because when I saw the post and I saw that you was on there defending yourself, his moderator, of course, I don't say her name, I call her the lead moderator. She was dragging you, saying that it was your little girlfriend be there, like really throwing shade. Do you think it was jealousy over there with your relationship with Sean, that some of his moderators and supporters didn't see it because they were jealous that they didn't have your spot in his heart?
Well, I mean, it was a lot of that. Even like I said before that, the fact that he's now saying that he sold the device, he's now saying if I want it back, I must pay $3,300 to get it back. So I don't know how you're a victim, because that's the report he's trying to file on me, but then you want to be a merchant to sell the same item back to the alleged criminal that made you a victim. Weird behavior. So when she said that about me being the girlfriend, all this kind of stuff, I don't know if you want me to sing receipts. I really like people showing receipts, but this is before the fallout. And so I sent him the screenshot. I said, well, your bestie's saying that apparently we're together. His response, I sent him a screenshot of what she said. And he said, duh, with the heart emoji or whatever the case, right? So, and then we've had conversations. I'm like, if your people keep coming for me and then your lead best friend is doing that, people are going to feel open to, oh, we could just have open season with her and say what we want. You know what I'm saying? So
And that's how it goes in his chat too, on his Discord. They say all type of stuff, nasty stuff. I mean, they drag you in there. It's all that type of stuff. And him as the leader, he can stop it by like, hey y'all, lay off her. I love her. But I didn't see Sean doing that. It's like he allowed the people to say this stuff because he loved drama. Mm-hmm. But why are you doing it to someone that gave you a computer? I know you had said you donated to other content creators and they want to flip on you, but they wasn't flipping on you when you were contributing to their platform. So I don't like that. And as a creator, you have a lot of power. He could post to his Discord right now and say, hey, don't talk bad about her. Don't say this, but he won't do it. But they say a lot, because people send me screenshots. I mean, they say a lot of stuff about you in that Discord.
Even though I'm not there anymore.
You're not even there, but I'm saying they say all this nasty stuff in there and they expect you to be, let me be quiet. Don't say that. But you have a right to defend yourself. Get on your platform, jump off the porch, and say, "Hey, don't y'all saying this?" And then what gets me with Sean, he acts so innocent on YouTube, but on that Discord, they saying the most vicious, nasty things over there, and you have to pay to hear that stuff, but it's there. So I'm glad that you are echoing your voice on your own platform. Because I said the same thing for Jag. Get your own platform, but you said this it was a message that you said to him, the whole daddy thing, when he said, daddy love you, and your mom even sent a message saying that I'm watching your man on YouTube. So I want you to answer this question. Did you have a crush on SeanDavieWay? Because when your mom, these are the messages that you sent to Maggie, and I said, were you pretending to like Sean, or was it a true relationship where y'all were together?
Who was I pretending?
Yeah, but I'm talking about, did you like Sean? Like, was that real, or were y'all just pretending, saying, flirting, like, hey, daddy,
Listen, I thought, oh man, I have been through the ringer with men before, but this takes a cake. Like when I called my best friends, because I hadn't talked to them, I had called them a couple of lives ago, and they were like, what? Like, I've been MIA because I know I've been doing the most. I would never get in a situation to spend money to pretend. I'm not going to spend thousands of dollars on these weirdos, get my stuff. Like, I missed work. I didn't go to work all weekend and could have made $500 just for like 4 hours of work, because I'm just mentally distraught behind this. You know what I'm saying? So this is not a joke for me. It's embarrassing that it's at this magnitude, followed by already a sociopath that I had to already have dealings with. And my thing is, with the sociopath, it was not this, because it was never like this, like, love thing. You know what I'm saying? It was like little moments and whatever. It was never this. Okay. That person, I literally despise that person to no end. And he has made my life a living hell, and he's still trying to do so. So for me, the reason why it was extremely real, first of all, I had a crush on Sean before I ever even talked to him. I had a crush on him since last year. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, oh my God, when he was, dragging for me, I felt special. I felt like, oh my God, I'm glad, a man is coming out here, because I've been out here swinging my Johnson for the whole year and a half by myself, so it felt good for somebody to see, like, she really had. And my thing is, when I get to the portion of the call where he was actually talking about why he put me as number 6 and what I have done, and this, that, and the third, and how much I've been defending myself and how much he respected it. But now y'all saying that I was just an easy prey and all this kind of stuff. No, it was very much real for me. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like a part of him was real for him too. It's just that, because I don't know if you watched The Coffee. When he said that day, he was like, he said everything was perfectly fine. We had no issues until the drama happened in the Discord that night when everything hit the fan. And mind you, the call that was played on Magic the other day, that was after the Discord thing. That he gave me a day to calm down and all this kind of stuff. It was like 2 days later. That's when he finally called me, trying to say, can we still try to fix this? Is basically what that was. So how is it?
So I want to say, because when it was real for you, but for him, for how I looked at it, I feel like he was kind of using you. Like, oh, let me play this mode that I like her, like, daddy love you, and shout out to my hey mother-in-law. It's like he was manipulating you, knowing that you had a crush on him, and he played on that. Now let's get to the big thing, because when I heard this, I couldn't believe it, but it was alleged that you said you wanted to move in with him when he moved to Texas, that you wanted to move in with SeanDavieWay and his boyfriend and his baby mama to Texas. Is that true?
Yes. Could I touch on something real quick before I talk to that?
Okay,
you
go ahead.
did just hit the nail on the head, because it was a few times long before, and this was like, what, a month, 2 months ago, like when he came in. This is when the King Patty was still cool with the have-nots and all that kind of stuff. And so when I had seen Sean be in the chat, I'm going there like, hi, Sean. Like, he knew that I had a crush on him. So I didn't realize until you just said what you said. Like, that's probably why he came. He knew that I was already smitten and he could have his way. But yes. So I don't even know how we started talking about it, but we did. We talked about a lot of stuff. And initially it was Minnesota, literally. And this is, oh God, I don't know how to say this. This is embarrassing. It was so real to me. Not only did I text my mom, that I would, make provisions in the future to relocate. I had conversations with my kids because they are grown. Ooh, this is embarrassing as hell. Yeah. For it to be such a joke, it was real. Mm-hmm.
But my thing is, you liked him. I feel what Sean did was wrong because he could have been like, I don't like you like that. I'm not into you like that. He should have been honest, honestly. Um, I know you probably feel bad about it, but I'm glad you speaking up because there's others that like content creators that have a crush on content creators. I've been in spaces where people had crush on me and sending me all these pictures and stuff. So I get it, I understand it. So I don't think you should feel not to tell your story, your
Yeah.
stories, tell your truth. You gotta be right. I feel for Sean, he manipulated you in that, knowing that you left a content creator and he don't like that content creator. So I'm gonna say all this stuff. Oh, I love you, and I just even like the messages that he was saying, he never said, hey, he said one of the messages said, he put heart emoji. One of the messages in there, I think you put to said, Lil Baby is crazy. Emma is what you've been researching all the hood swag lingo. I love teasing you. Anyhow, have a blessed day and a safe and peace. And he was like, haha, now give Lil Baby, you're my baby and you always tripping needing daddy to check you. Like he was playing these games in the text messages. Like he was presenting like I'm your man. I'm with you. And I didn't like that piece, knowing that you had a crush on him and all this. And that was wrong.
And I also
And
used to send him stuff when that guy would always drag us, and he would be like, "Don't worry about it, Daddy got it, Daddy got it. I'm gonna get his ass." Like what you're saying, that type shit.
it was wrong to do because he didn't really feel the way. Because if he really was daddy, he would still be daddy. And be like, y'all ain't gonna drag my woman and stuff like that. Y'all ain't gonna drag. I love her and all that. And actually, if he was really sincere, he could have flew you out to your to his city and y'all could have made love if he was
We were
sincere.
supposed to
He
meet in
wasn't, because if
June.
a dude really like a female, they're gonna flag you out. Or
Wiley,
make sure you get to that city of like, oh, let's meet up somewhere. Let's do it. Come on now. Especially if
Wiley,
a dude,
we were
go ahead.
supposed to meet in June. I showed the messages. We
Oh,
talked
y'all
about
supposed to
it.
meet in June.
He put in the text messages that was shown. Also, I have not gotten to the part of the phone call where we talked about what we're going to do when I come out there, all kind of things. He said after he got back, I don't know if I'm allowed to say her name or not. Well, the video is about her, but he said when he came back after June 16th, because he's going to be in Dubai with TK.
Okay.
Then he wanted me to come, and I'm like, well, I need to probably give you a little space. You're gonna come back from a 2-week vacation. He was like, no, like he would still want me to come in June. So I was gonna come on the weekend of Gay Pride, because I think it was Gay Pride weekend, and we were gonna go and like literally have a ball. So we were gonna go to either museum, like we had a whole itinerary listed for what we were gonna do. Because I
And
felt
which
like I'm
I
not
would,
just
if
coming.
if Sean would have tried it like, hey, let's sleep together, you would have gave him the draws.
I don't know. I told him that I don't want to come, and the first time I'm coming, that we're coming. And I
I'm
said,
like, yeah, okay.
I
If he
said,
would have
I
been
said, you
like,
have to. No, I told him, I said, you have to court me. You have to take me on a date. Like, I'm not just showing up in lingerie. I
I
need to
know
buy.
that, like, okay, if he take you on a date, got you on an SUV black truck, take you on a date, take you out to eat, you'd have been like,
Hello.
if he was into that, you would have gave it to him. Like, I just feel like Sean didn't really. He went because to me, honestly, I'm gonna
Wiley,
say
can I
this.
ask a favor?
Like you're not an unattractive black woman.
Can you please drop the link for
Yeah,
Magic?
hold on. Let me drop it again. You're not
Thank
an
you.
unattractive black woman. How you ever thought about flirting with Storm? Because he said he's straight.
Excuse me. I am not trying. Why? I
I'm
just.
just,
Motherfucker.
Storm said,
Y'all play too much on this internet. Okay, like stop. Okay, my heart is broken now. Hey, shit.
Okay, you said that you right, but right now you have every right to defend yourself. I want to say when you went on Messy Mondays, were you shocked that Sean got off the chat and didn't say nothing, like didn't want to clap back and kind of got mad at the panel for allowing you on there, like because you defended yourself, and then he kind of like booted off. How did that make you feel when he left the panel?
So the first time he did that, whenever I was like, oh, he did his big one, he was acting like he didn't know her. And I'm like, oh, but when everything was good and we was on this same panel with King Payne late night in the middle of the night, cupcaking, flirting, nobody covered that. Nobody had nothing to say, right? So we talked after the first time on when he did the list, when he ignored and all that kind of shit. It was basically because he was trying to appease his, what he said to his audience. So the night that this happened, what you said, he was really upset because he felt like he was going against what his audience asked of him, which was to never talk to me again. My thing is, if this was a ruse, I'm just this, whatever, why would his audience have to demand that he never talk to me? Why would he do a whole funeral over my hoo-honey, crying and whining about it, and then want to come out talking about, oh, it's not hers, and then when I post clear proof it came from my phone, my Snapchat, my city, the date time 3 years ago. You feel what I'm saying? Now it's a porta potty who not like all this, like, child, please. Okay. His audience knew that I gravely affected him because a nigga was intimate. I don't care what nobody say. But then he want to come back up and pick his nuts up and act like he's big wingaling and want to act like, oh no, it was just this, that, and the third. So you need to pick a lane, sir. Your audience would never demand you to not talk to someone, and you have to stick to that because I affected you so greatly.
And my thing is, you were saying that he was pretending off on phone. See, a lot of the audience don't see the behind the scenes stuff. We don't see the behind the scenes stuff when these content creators get on the phone with the deep voice, flirting. They don't see that. What they see is what the creator put out there. But I really felt like he was trying to say that you a liar and what you said is not true, and you have to show receipts. And to be honest, them people still love Sean regardless because they are a fan of his platform. They're a fan of his show. They're a fan of his personality. But he did get on the phone with you and he was flirting with you. Just be real and just say, because he was saying that you was crazy when he was on the phone flirting with you and all that type of stuff. Now you crazy.
Was hoping that I wouldn't come out with the receipts. When he did the one coffee, he was like, that B ain't got no recordings. That B love me. That was a brain tactic to get me to remember, don't forget, you're saying you love me, so don't come out with these receipts. You know what I'm saying? He knew that I had them. He knew that I had them. So, and what I also wanted to point out, we started talking on the phone May 1st. I never recorded none of those calls. This was not intentional. It wasn't until you started.
And that was May 1st of this year.
Yes.
And I just want to say, Lady T asked me to come up, but I think you have it.
Well, no, you can give because I mean, you know more stuff than me. I just basically wanted her to touch on the stuff that she covered because she did a really good job going in depth into his pattern that I'm still, I guess, delusional about. You know what I mean? Because of my own personal, but she's very in depth about that, and I feel like people need to know.
And then this the thing, the public. They don't care because the public, this is entertainment. And once these black men, when I say the public, I'm talking about these content creators, their audience, their base. Once these creators put out a narrative and say, oh, she's just crazy, don't believe nothing, she said, a lot of them run with that. But the part that people forgetting that Sean, late night, just get on the phone with you, soliciting you, saying all these stuff about you, say he want to link up with you, and when he get back from Africa with Tasha K, and now he want to pretend like he don't know you. Like, no, like, call a thing a thing. You flirted with this woman. You said all this type of stuff that you love her and all this type of stuff.
Wiley, you were there. You know that he has done that to a lot of women.
He plays with, of course he does. Like, but I just like, and a lot of women, I'll be like, y'all don't be knowing this.
I'm like, it's because no, people don't care because they just like his personality or whatever the hell. But they need to give a damn. This is not the first woman to whom he has done that. That's why I have a problem with him. Because and like what?
He flirts with a woman like,
and I have found out that there was like 4 other women. That's a lot.
And that he lost lawsuits. He lost lawsuits to some of these women in the past.
He lost lawsuit.
One second.
So with the women that he played around with, was it that he was pretending to be straight, that he wanted to sleep with them, and that he loved them? Was it that was the case, and they would donate to him for that?
Yeah, he scammed them.
He's like scammed them.
I have a question.
Yeah, he keeps on getting caught for scamming.
In the
he
chat,
keeps on scamming them. It's terrible.
Maggie, I want to ask something real quick because I don't know which Discord, if Wiley was there for the one, because I know your name came in there and they, for some reason, thought I was you. They thought I was a troll account of you. It was crazy. The Lady Chocolate Cheesecake said, y'all were only talking for less than a month, though. This is crazy. So when he went into his coffee that Sunday, and mind you, earlier that day is when we were calling, going back and forth. The nasty text was coming. We were just, saying horrible things to each other. He was basically saying that was my last chance to literally try to fix this before he, I guess, was going to do what he did. Well, when he goes in the coffee and he's admitting that I'm not crazy, that there was things going on, he did say stuff to me. He decided to go in there and try to play victim and say that he felt like I manipulated him, played with his feelings, whatever. Someone actually asked that. They said, well, y'all were only talking a short amount of time. Do you care about her? He was like, well, what do you say? He said, time don't depict feelings. Like you could fall in love with somebody in one day. So it doesn't matter about how long we've been talking. But he was like, yeah, I did grow to have feelings for her. So he said that to his audience in the Discord.
And a lot, and the thing of, if you're not in that Discord, you won't know it. But he posts a lot of stuff in there, and then he changed up when he go live on YouTube. Because I think he feel like Discord is different. It's a secret, and that's my alter ego. But that still represents your brand. And I didn't like it when you confronted him. He trying to act like he didn't say this stuff about you and all. Like he was like playing a victim, but on the Discord he's saying one thing, and they're trying to pretend. And another thing, when you go against a machine, especially a big content creator, and you are a small content creator, a narrative can clamp onto you, and it's hard to wing. It's hard to get that narrative off of you because they're bigger. That mean their voices is louder than yours. But I'm glad that you out here defending yourself. I'm glad that you have Maggie, and I'm glad that you have other people in your corner to say, no, this is wrong. What you're doing.
My name is Maggie Wiley.
Excuse me.
Maggie. My name is Maggie.
Maggie. Okay, I thought it was Maggie. My bad, Maggie.
It's so
Wiley.
Okay.
Can I say one
Did
more
you
thing?
used to go by Maggie, or did you? Or was that ugly? Okay, Maggie.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad that you have Maggie in your corner. I'm glad that you have somebody in your corner that love and support you, because they have a sector of creators trying to go against you. So I'm glad that you are creating your own base of people.
Well, I was already around Maggie long before I got around those people.
Absolutely.
So this is not, I don't know why people are long. And then when I got cool with them, I still was bringing her along. That's how she got on the list.
Oh, yeah, they don't like that.
They said they were going to extend the olive branch. They were going to bury the hatchet. We also talked about that on the call. I have not got there, but I need to address somebody in the chat. They said I asked him to block people. The only time I asked him to block anybody was the lunatic that came in there. I don't want to say his name because he's a clown. But y'all know who this is, the red dress that's been coming around everyone. That's where I asked him to block. Never none of his people. It's like, this is what I told you, Magic. They can hear me talking to him, like on the call yesterday, saying, I don't have a problem with your best friend. I don't have a problem with your mods. I just want them to stop attacking me. I'm saying this in a private call to him. So y'all can believe what you want to believe, because it don't matter.
His mods, I'm sorry.
He was gaslighting you.
Yeah, he was. And a creator should allow his mods to drag you. That's stupid. Especially somebody that's contributing to your platform would be like, oh no, I love her. I support her. Why y'all saying this stuff about her? Anybody would say, you need to tell them not to do that, especially when you are a moderator. Because when you are a moderator, you get more publicity in the chat. You almost like a voice of that creator, like if whoever they mod up, you represent the brand. So if he allowing those mods to say that ain't right. You will feel anybody will feel some type of way about that, especially if I'm contributing, especially if I'm on the phone with you and we're flirting, and then you allow your mods to say this stuff. That's not right. He should have stopped it then and said, you know what? Y'all stop that, because I actually like her.
But did you see that he was trying to gaslight her into believing that Tiff was doing nothing wrong?
Of course. And then he's trying to play. You got for Sean, he have to understand, you got to pick a side. You can't be on your mod side and have them drag her. Then you get on the phone. It's like, no, you got to eventually pick a side. He picked the side with Armon's former best friend. He teaming up with him. But at one point, you loved Armon. But now he's saying all this nasty stuff about Armon, and you still with that man doing a show with him and all of that. And so I agree with what you said, Lady T. Like, it's hard to watch his platform because he begged for trophies. He begged. It's a hard watch. And I'm glad you admit that. But Sean is promoting that. Sean is forcing that on down people's throats. That's
Well,
Sean's doing.
Sean said, are you and I'm only asking because I don't want to misappropriate people where they are. Are you Black T sector?
I don't call it a. I just do YouTube.
Okay.
Like what? Like because what is Black T sector?
I don't know. Well, he said
Because
he
I
was
don't
like,
know.
where is that? Like they trying to create. I know it's a such thing called like the B sector. I get it, but trying to create another sector is not going to happen. If you're going to call it the Black T sector, are you talking about Lovely T? Are you talking about Tasha K? Are you talking about Armon Wiggins? Are you talking about Storm Monroe? Are you talking about
The Black Tea
Impressive?
sector is
They
about
black.
way
They do T.
smaller, but
he
it's about
told me on the
smaller
phone that those people you
content
mentioned
creator.
are
It's about
celebrities,
smaller
Black T
content
celebrities,
creator.
or something like that.
Oh, but okay, well, yeah, just call it the small content creator sector. Then it would make
No,
sense.
because
But
there are different sector with small content creators. Because we talk about the people that brings a lot of black tea. So it's like the black people talking about the black tea sector. Let's say.
because like the list that they put out, I don't know none of those people. I'm like, who are
I
these
understand,
people?
but they're really small. We are a
Oh,
small
okay, just
community.
call it. That would make sense. Just call it the small content creator
No,
sector.
because
But
there is a
calling
small
it the
content,
black.
but there are small content creators that talk about Game of Thrones. There are small content creators that talk about popcorn. You cannot call it the small content creator. It
I
makes
mean,
no
it would
sense.
make sense. But when you call it the black tea sector, I automatically think of Lovely Tea. I'm thinking about
Mhm.
SeanDavieWay. I'm thinking about Armon
Does
Wiggins.
it
That's
does
who I'm
it
thinking.
help? Does it help if we call it the people who talk about the black tea sector?
Okay, it could that
Okay,
could be it.
Okay, does it help?
y'all getting
Because
sidetracked.
like the
Y'all
list they
getting
put
sidetracked.
out,
Yeah, we're getting
it didn't
sidetracked
make.
a
Wait,
lot,
Riley, I
but
need to say something. So when we were on
Mhm.
the phone, we did talk about this. Who is what? Who is what? He said that the big wigs, like the Tashas, the Armands, and all, well, let me reverse that. The big wigs, like Armand, hello, and the Tashas and Storms, they're all like black tea, whatever. And that basically he, at this point, especially with his numbers, is like the next. Like he's like the highest, but he's trying to basically want to remove himself from the black tea sector and go into a different lane. And so therefore, that's why he was
and I
giving
am owl sector. I am not
and
black tea sector.
and he was giving
I'm
the one
trying to
second, Angie.
define it.
He was
But
giving
yeah.
the black tea sector to OKP, and that it's up to OKP to be able to maintain the audience because Sean
It
is
won't
booked and
happen.
busy.
That right did it there when you said that he's boring. How can you leave
He said
something?
I'm booked and busy, so he ain't got time. He gonna just give it to OKP.
It
This
doesn't
is
make
just
sense. It just doesn't make sense. He can't lead a panel. Him trying to do it by himself, like it won't work. I mean, lead a sector, it just won't work. Sean is solidifying this because he is the bigger content creator in there. He's promoting it. Without him, if without him being in the mix, it won't be a sector unless if that's what you want to call it, these small content creators. They gotta cling on to somebody that's large, like a SeanDavieWay. But yeah, but okay, but I understand because when I saw the list, I'm like, why Lovely T not on this list? Why Impressive not on this list? Why are mine not on this list? Like those are the top people in the black tea sector. But I guess they're created this new sector for smaller creators. I get it, but I'm like, okay, all
So
right.
he also said during the call that he did not, because it seems like now that all this is going on, they're both running with this, and now you're going to be there every Monday. Well, on the call, he said that he didn't have no intentions on being there every Monday at all, and that it just seems like this because he's again booked and busy. He's going in a different direction. He's not trying to have all this negative stuff tied to his brand. He'd rather leave it over there with OKP. And so it seems now this list doesn't really hold any weight because now it's an emotional list. It's about who I
Yeah,
don't
that was a
like,
whole
who
week.
I want to see,
Yeah,
who
I
I want to
agree.
shake.
And without him doing Messy Monday, it won't be successful unless because this is the thing. This is what gets me with Armon Wiggins' former best friend. You had Armon Wiggins in your corner. Somebody that's solidified doing television and all this, and you wouldn't even
oh
got on
my
Chase
god.
in LA if it wasn't for Armon Wiggins. So why leave that to go with somebody else that's trying to be on Armon Wiggins' level? That doesn't that you got to be that's just weird behavior to me. You literally got somebody that Armon is solidified, growing in television, doing all this Diddy stuff. He would be such a big content creator if you would have just been patient, not jealous with Armand, not thought that you would have been solidified. And
Are
then
you
you wouldn't have
talking
had to
about
fight
Sean
this
Davy
chat
Way?
to be like, I'm with Sean, and we got a new second.
Lady T,
It
is he
ain't
talking
gonna
about
work
SeanDavieWay?
What'd you
because
say?
Sean Way
Is he
is more
talking?
entertaining
Okay,
than
but he didn't choose He didn't choose OKP. He chose Tasha K. Come on,
I know he
Wiley.
chose Tasha K, but even
So
Tasha K is
Tasha K
not.
has 1 million. Armon has 100,000. Come on, man.
But the thing with with Tasha K, you're not really getting and gaining as much from Tasha. Versus if
Right.
Sean Way
Well, he's
had
getting a
if he
trip
was
to
honest and
Dubai.
real and cool, Tasha K doesn't even like what you represent when you sleep with men. Let's just call a thing a thing. She diss men that sleep with men. This is Tasha K words. So it would have made sense of you teaming up with Armand, somebody that's because again, Sean said he loved Armand because they could have been a dynamic duo.
Clearly,
It would have been
Tasha K
much
can
better
give
because
him
what
more.
Tasha does,
Wiley, did Armon ever buy you a trip to Dubai?
you said, why we had to buy me a trip to Dubai?
Because that's what Tasha K is giving SeanDavieWay after he was
Buy a
going to
trip.
meet
He
Lady
needs to be
T.
paying the debt to Cardi B.
That
That is
part. And
true, but
That
she's
and what
doesn't
busy.
make
That's how
sense.
she's gonna.
You
hold on one
buying
That's how
second,
she's
somebody a
gonna
trip.
do it.
One
She
second,
ain't
Maggie.
all this debt with
Wiley,
Cardi.
Wiley, the reason why he chose Tasha over Armand is clear. It's easier to manipulate and attach yourself to a woman because Armand is not stupid at all.
Yeah, I'm not that.
So,
Yeah.
let's be clear. Clock that. So how dare
And
you drag somebody for
Then
feelings and now
Tasha
you
will
want to
not
act
even
like you
give
love
up
her?
any of that if he's go over there and join Armand Wiggins. She only doing that because she want Sean to diss Armand and all that. And so now Sean not gonna really do that. So now I'm gonna team up with his former best friend and all that type of stuff. That to me just it's just weird behavior. And it's no shade. When I went to his platform and I see all this nasty stuff he's saying about Armand. Armand told you to do YouTube. Now, again, I said this about him when I was on the phone. I didn't even know I was on speaker. I said he ain't got it. He been mad at me ever since. He just don't have it. He have to cling on to other creators, and Sean is being used. Like I would have never known about Messy Monday until Sean posted it on his platform and promoted it. That was the first Messy Monday that I went on, and I was glad that you was able to defend yourself and come. That was the first one that I watched. And then they up there talking about they the kings, they the big three of the. I'm like, huh? Okay.
What's
Congratulations,
crazy
but
to
it's
me
all a lie.
about this whole situation, if I was not a person that has so much damn baggage, I come with a huge, a lot of drama, a lot of embarrassing moments, all kind of stuff on YouTube to make people easily hate me. It overshadows what's being done to me simply because so many people don't like me. So therefore, they justify what a SDW or anybody else had done because it's like, well, we don't care, we don't like her anyway. But if I was someone that did not have a track record on YouTube, oh, they would be out here with picket signs and everything else saying cancel SDW.
Yeah, but you have a platform, so even if they don't
This is
like you,
my
they're
third
gonna
one.
watch. Just
Third
watch,
one.
click and view, and watch my show because they're gonna say all type of stuff. They're gonna troll and say all type of stuff. And I'm glad that you respond to it and you created your own YouTube, like you becoming a YouTube household name and just do it. They did the same thing for Jag. She's a liar. She did, and what Jag do? She created, and now she have her own platform. But at one point, she was unbelievable. She this and all this. Like, no, she created a lane for herself, just like you're creating a lane for yourself. So absolutely. I think I'm glad now that you're understanding how these males work, that they will manipulate you. Some of these males will get on the phone, manipulate you for a click and a view, for a coin, for a computer, and then they'll flip on you. So you learning that the hard way, but it's so many people that was in your shoes where they give so much money to a creator or they support and that creator get the flirt and then they flip on you. Like that just comes with the territory, unfortunately. Because everybody's
So
not
was he
sincere.
running game when I don't know if I want to say this. We were having conversations about certain things, and I had said, well, a fantasy of mine has always been to do a certain thing. And he was like, well, I got somebody you could do it on. I'm like, no, I want to do it on you. And his response was, okay, we can work towards that. How is that game if he was willing to allow me to?
Because those are words. If he actually had done it, then that counts. But those are words.
Well, if I would have
And it
kept my
was
mouth
about
closed, Maggie, in June, we would have been.
My thing is you wouldn't have to wait till June. Like if you really want the yoni, It would have happened that same week.
No, it would
I
not.
just want
I
to.
don't just pick up and go. He's 10 hours for me. Like
No,
I have to plan. I don't
Wiley,
Like
do you know what he's
he would
talking
have been
about?
made sure before June. Like, no, I'm gonna meet up with you this weekend. Like, I got,
know.
it ain't hard to get on a flight to go link up and go to take you out on a date. That's not hard. He didn't want to do that, and
No.
it's just sad that he played you like that. Like, that's crazy. He just used you for and stuff like that. And not saying that he's not into women. I'm not gonna say that. He probably is. But what he does online is that he played you. This woman that's on the play, he can't say that you ugly because you attractive black woman.
Thank you.
Because I didn't even know how you looked. And I'm like, why they saying on so then when I saw, I'm like, she beautiful. Like, do you not like she's just a beautiful black woman? And a lot of women, this one you're gonna get a lot of hate. They don't like it when you flirt with their favorite content creator because they want to do the same thing. They in line want to flirt too.
And they all look the same. Alabama swap back.
They all want it. They want to flirt too. Because if he was on the far flirt with them, they'd be doing the same thing. It's just like they love and women love piling on other women. It's unfortunate, but they should look at it like, why you playing her like this, playing these games? Like, but it's just weird. It's weird because he played you, and that's not. It's not right. And I'm glad you call it out. I'm glad that you went on the platform. You said, no, this is what happened. We was on the phone. He said this. These are the text messages, and I'm glad that you defended yourself because a lot of people would have just took that and ran. And it's like, you know what? I'm done with social media. You came and you created your own platform. Now, I want to ask you because everybody keeps saying, when I heard your name the first time, they said you had a tattoo on your neck with a certain content creator. What made you do that?
Again,
like and he's another grifter, by the way, too. He's another grifter.
Yeah. When I got
he plays games too.
When I got it at the time, he was, oh, there's no loyalty, she for the streets and all this. So I was, again, trying to be part of a brand because we were on someone else's platform that he recently brought on his page and said it was a lie. And I'm so glad I still have the screen recording. Even though I think she deleted that live, but I still got the screen recording. He was like, if we could make this work, me, you, and that person, we could basically like be a team, right? So when he was going through one of his little bipolar or whatever moments, I was like, I will show you that it's real. So I went to get it to like be for the brand, to show you like I will be the biggest mascot for the brand. It was not about love. It was not about none of that. None of that stuff even came into play. So, but for some reason,
you just want to be a part of the brand and stuff like that. And I understand it. Like a lot of people, it's no different if somebody get Michael Jackson tattooed on them. You want to be a part of that brand. It's no different. Like people don't understand. Like people look up to content creator as being like we are celebrities and we do have power. And it is what it is. I've slept with one of my subscribers before, and they say I love your swag. I've done it. I'm not going to say a lie. And but so I get it.
Up, okay. It's covered up. So.
Oh, it's good that's covered up. And I'm talking about you can easily get it covered up and stuff like that. And it's good. And I'm glad that you got it. I'm glad that you got it. I'm glad that you got it covered up. But did you wanted him to defend you with the SeanDavieWay because he came out? I don't know if he was talking about Maggie. No. I don't know if he was talking about. I'm gonna go live when she go live. Don't make me do it. Don't
talking about Maggie. He was talking about Maggie.
Okay, he was talking about Maggie. Okay.
Yes, he's talking about me. No.
How about okay? Because I'm like, how he get in it? Like, because
he mad at me. It has nothing to do with anything. Swear.
Okay, because he was like, I'm gonna go live when she go live, and I'm going to bring people from Clubhouse and all that. I'm like, oh, this is getting quite interesting. I'm like, what is going on? Because it's some tea about him. He left a city.
Can I say one thing, Wiley?
Okay,
how can you ask people? How can you ask if it's cover up when it's on her throat? Do you see his name? Are you stupid?
No, I don't see his name.
Dumb? This is a throat, and I see the throat goat has not that. She don't have that on her throat anymore.
Everybody wanted
to
ask you.
To going to get SeanDavieWay. Just to come
I hear you. Here, everybody want to ask. Thank you, Queen. She said, Wiley asked her if he knew if she knew that Sean was gay or bi. Did you know any of that about Sean? If he was gay or bi, did you know that he was with me at one point and that I think he's in a relationship now? But Did that play a role in your mind? Did you know that?
So again, because I have not got to the rest of the call, we
Okay.
went in grave detail about his history with the person he procreated with, his past relationships with other women, how he was actually in a throuple before with a man and another woman, and all this kind of stuff. Like, we had in-depth conversations. So I don't know how somebody got time to tell you all their personal. This, on top of the fact, I'm hearing your partner in the background, all this kind of stuff. So, people can say,
And his partner, that wasn't a woman, that was a man.
I done a lot and said a lot of stuff on this internet. I'm not perfect. I'm not gonna act like I am. I never went around nobody with ill intentions, but it's just like, listen, I'm the type person, I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna give you all of me. You play with me, it's going to be hell on wheels. That's just what it is. So when people say, Wiley, she's trouble, she's this, no, it's just, at this point, I don't want to keep doing this same thing with everybody else. It's just like, the next people play with me, baby, I'm ignoring you because I ain't got to do it. It's too much energy. But these people, they play with your mental, your emotions, your finances, your public image. Some stuff, yes, I own. My mouth, pissing on myself, definitely wasn't playing. Like, all that stuff I own. Shit, I did it. That's cool. But when you come out here and you intentionally defame me, putting fake cases from white people on me, saying it's me, talking about all type of stuff, saying nasty, egregious things, saying that my father did things that's not even true, you're disgusting. I don't respect that. And you women, y'all sit up here and you co-sign these silly, retarded, excuse me, YouTube, silly people that their sole goal is to not see a woman grow. When I was on YouTube with a bubble and a cell phone, this same man was talking about, oh, this HOE thinks she gonna build a channel. He's never, that was January 2025, has never wanted to see me grow. And that's been his sole purpose. When I got off his neck, when I was over here in the circus, doing my thing, doing my business, getting almost 1 million views on Instagram, dragging Krishan, dragging all this kind of stuff. What does he do when he get out of jail? Seeing the 80,000 view thing that I have just to me talking on my TikTok, comes on his panel to talk about me and try to bash me, showing my criminal cases, anything to defame me. When I called up to the Blue show, when Blue took my number down, when he seen I was getting traction, that I was supposed to go out there. My name definitely got picked. I was supposed to go out there. He's inboxing, Bodie, don't y'all do this. Don't help her do it. It's always been, don't let Lady T grow. So then when you come out here and attacking me, on top of saying nasty things and lies, all people get to see is me acting crazy because I don't like being lied on. I'm a very truthful person. If I did it, ask me, yeah, I did. What are we talking about next? But I'm not somebody you're going to play. Period.
Now, unfortunately, in this sector on YouTube, period, people gonna lie. Unfortunately, like they not. In a perfect world, you would think people would know, but the more you do YouTube, the more successful you become, the more that they will put allegations and they will lie on you. That's just how YouTube is. And I see why a lot of people don't come on YouTube. They don't show their face and all that. That's what they do, and it's sad. It's like unfortunate, but they do that. But you're almost at 1,000 subscribers now. At one point, you was at 100 subscribers. Now, because they saying your name so much and people talking about you, I don't care if they use a nickname. People know who you are. And now that you're coming on camera, which I think is very wise, I love that you came on camera because you are a beautiful Black woman, and we need more women like that to come into this space and defend and say this. And people are watching you. So how did that make you feel now? Are you going to be a full-time content creator now that you are on YouTube now?
At this point, because I'm on my 3rd channel. I've never lost any. I deleted both of my channels. So I'm on my 3rd. I just made this one, maybe 2 months ago or something like that, after I had to delete my 2nd one because of who harassing me. So I've tried to leave. Obviously, when I was moving and trying to deal with Sean and going on with my life, and I thought that I was happy and I thought that it was real, nobody was checking for him. Here he goes, live after live after live, dragging me and Sean. You would have thought he'd have been happy to be free if I'm such a stalker. It's like, move on.
So I'm glad that you are defending yourself. I'm glad that you are here defending yourself. So after they do their messy Mondays, are you going to be the type of person to come out and do reviews or are you just done with it? When would you be done with this situation?
Like, child, first of all, I'm getting, because everybody wanted to call. Yeah. I mean, I'm not about to sit up here for 6 hours and just let a whole call play through. So, I got to do it on my time.
So you got to do it in different increments and different stuff like that.
And so I never was the person that said I was going to be doing lives every day. I've never been set up like that. I said I would do probably once a week. You know what I'm saying? As far as like a real one where you have all the receipts and doing all that kind of stuff. Now, if I just click live, popping it on my phone, that's whatever. You feel what I'm saying? But even talking about them, like when he called last night trying to be messy and and I'm telling him what he want to hear. Like, I don't care about y'all list. Your list means nothing to me. Because why you think you're such a hierarchy, all this that you, what has it done for you? You're mad at me because you say all this disparaging things about me. I have a past that I have gotten past, and I still managed to make some of myself. And regardless if I'm not perfect with my mouth, yes, it's reckless. You're still not doing better than me in life, and that's what you hate the most. And you want to try to diminish me like I'm supposed to come grovel at your feet, at your throne. Like, are you okay? You looking for the next man for help.
I'm glad that you defended yourself and you're more relevant today than ever. And I think this situation is different because now you are doing a channel and you are posting more consistently and you letting people know here you are today. I want to ask you, what do you want Armon Wiggins to interview you? Because I heard that you really want Armon to help you.
I do. We talked about him on the call. So when we were talking about the sections of the sector, or whatever, and I had told him something that I'm not gonna say on here. I don't know if I said it on my thing or not. I just don't want to say it on here. But I admitted to SDW. I think I said it on Magic Channel. I admitted to SDW, and just believing in justice. I'm just gonna say that, okay? Because I was dead ass serious when I said my foot is gonna stay on people's necks. So boom. So we're talking about that or whatever. And he's like, "Well, Armon's gay." I said, "I don't care about that," because he didn't like him and the King Patty. They didn't like when I had one of my rants, which made him call me that I had to delete. And I was basically giving Armon his flowers. I was like, the difference is with him being in the status that he is, he's always been respectful, professional. He never asked me for no doubt. He's not no weirdo. He's not out here panhandling women, whatever for they and all that kind of stuff. So he didn't like that. And he was like, yeah, I thought you was trying to take a dig. And so Armon, I said, no, I was just speaking facts. Like, he's always been nice and kind. You know what I'm saying? When I would send him the stuff that this sicko says, he's like, I'm sorry you're going through that. You know what I mean? He doesn't act like because he's so big that he just wants to treat people any old type of way. And I've even offered to pay him money and he still wouldn't take it. Unlike these people. So
I've seen Armon block people. When me and him wasn't cool, one of his moderators came over and donated. You know what Armon did next? He blocked that moderator. Even though that moderator gay, he don't play. He said, take your money and screw you. You're over there. I don't F with Wiley. Like, that's one thing I can't say about Armon. If he don't like you, he stands on that 10 toes down. He's not deterred by money because this particular person was given to the Armon Wiggins show religiously. But he came over here to the Wiley show. I think he super chatted, let's just say $15 and screenshot and sent it to Armon. Armon cussed him out and blocked him. Armon don't play when it comes to that. And so I give, and he's not soliciting funds from females and all that time, pretending to be straight just for $1. And he don't do that. That's what I can say about it now. He don't do that. And they shouldn't do that either. Like for real. Like that's weird. Because
my thing is, I've never seen till I came to YouTube that people that's in the LG, like my son. And then the fact that it was bad enough Have Not did it. Then here go SDW, want to double down on the Discord and yo, such and such son carrying purses. I'm gonna have my goons. Basically saying that they was gonna, train my child. Like just this, like, why are y'all making fun of my child because he's what he is? My baby has been that way since he was 2 years old. Literally would have 1 foot in a high heel, taking my mascara, putting it on his cheek. He has just always been how he feels as how he is as a baby. But my oldest is a man's man, boys, like they're night and day. So I think it's disgusting that people in the LGBT community like to make fun of a child. I don't care if they say he's grown, he's 19. That's a choice that's been in him since he was a child. So shame on you for trying to say, oh, you're saying this about us, but you're talking about my kid for wearing a purse. So what? My son can wear whatever he wanted. He's still him, her, whatever he wants to be. That's my baby, period.
And you would think that Sean would support that because, you would think that he would support that. I'm glad there's some women that don't like their children to be that way. For you to support that, I credit you on that. I applaud that because I think that's dope that you're allowing your child to experience life and not be like, because some women be like, I want my child to be straight and he better not bring no purse in my house and all that. You're not like that. So you're open-minded. So
And
I
my baby,
applaud.
I went with him while he like, and I've never said this online. I went with my baby through every transition because you know it's a process when they're trying to
It
figure
is
out
a process.
themselves. Go from the hair being short to he want to grow it out longer to he's finally coming full blown, wearing and dressing how he wants to dress. Him hair pressed out and makeup and wearing my wigs and all this kind of stuff. I went through my baby with all of his. Your mama got your back. I don't care what you want to be, and ain't nobody to
Amen.
play with.
Amen. Amen to that. I'm just happy that you support that and for that. But I'm glad. I'm so like when I was talking to someone, I said one thing about Lady T. She is finding her voice. She understanding. You're learning in real time how some of these YouTubers roll. Like there is no loyalty. That people like they'll use you for a click of the view and some coin. Like you're learning that in real time. It's a hard lesson to learn, and you learn the audience how the audience turn against you and all that type of stuff. That's just how the audience is. It's just very unfortunate. Like, it's like somebody in this chat, they really love Armon Wiggins, former best friend. And then and they said, I would never go to Wiley Chat, and then Wiley Chat today. You see how fickle the audience is, but that's just how the audience that's just how the audience is. They with you one day, they get you the next day, but they'll still watch. But I guarantee all these people that saying all this stuff about you, every time you go live, they in the bush. They may not comment on your show. They may not comment in the chat, or they may do it under another platform, another profile, but they still watch. And
Mhm.
so I'm glad. I'm glad you finished. I'm glad that you are telling the world this is how you feel, and this is what you need to do. So I'm glad, and I'm glad that you're not allowing men to manipulate you for their own financial benefit. I'm glad you learned that for that. But I want to ask you though, would you do a show? Would you want Armand to interview you and for him to bring on you on his show? Or because I'm surprised you never call into his show.
Well, you see what's going on in your chat? It's
Yeah,
like
you
I've
see.
actually went when he was
Yeah.
doing. Oh my god, when he was doing the Diddy. When I say everybody can do their thing right, but the way that he freaking story tells is epic. So I was definitely in his chat. He even highlighted my stuff, and I even was pressed to
That's
put it on
good.
my Instagram when he highlighted my stuff. So and I was doing a super chat. So I was in the theater. Then obviously when other things was going on, because he again is an even larger person. I hate the baggage that comes with me. So when you're in spaces like that, you don't want to feel like, oh, like what I'm going through now, what I just went through with Sean. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you be hesitant to be in spaces because of, especially with his history with that person, it's even worse, right? So my thing is that I think somebody in your chat say, if you want to know this about, and I'm not gonna call Maggie that, she's Maggie, and Lady T go to DR's thing. Let me tell you something. I came on YouTube December of 2024 on Blue Rocks thing, and then I ended up being on Z Banger's page channel the very next day for 16 hours straight. I'm talking about 16. He had to keep restarting 16 hours straight. They were so into me. I was just like a firecracker out of nowhere, right? So everything that they're talking about now in 2026, you're a little late. Okay. I'm very open. I talked about my past. I talked about the truck accident. I've talked about me going to prison. I don't hide from my past because I definitely know when you're online, it's going to be known. So they had already doxed, told all this, dragged, drugs. I've already been through this. It's never been no secret of what my past was. Okay. So just because I'm just not learning the black tea sector, it was a huge Peshawar sector that already exposed me. So I don't care. Okay. I'm a testament. Whether I'm not perfect or not, I'm something that a lot of you people in this chat and on this app won't do. There's people that's hiding behind avatars that's been harassing, doxing, stalking, paying, doing the most, trying to talk about me, but we can't even see your face. But I don't respect you. Okay. Big three. All right. So, but when other people got their own issues, they want to act like, oh, it's this, that, and the third. Nobody wants to come out here. It's very hard to be in front of you people and be judged and all this kind of stuff. But I'm a tough kitty. So, it's whatever. So to answer your question, yes, I would like to. It's just that with him being a larger platform too, I don't want him to feel like, I'm saying, he's bringing this stuff on and all my baggage. If he don't have a problem with it, I want to be able to tell the truth because I have been played ping pong, passed around, all this kind of stuff by these despicable people that are so ungrateful. And it's just trifling. And I would never wish this on nobody. And I hope with me that it stops, that their antics, they stop. Because you can be a successful blogger, YouTuber, have aspirations like Armand and not have to operate in that manner. Hence,
I agree.
where he is, and they are where they are. Period.
I agree with you on that. Way I was looking at and I'm seeing the comments, and they're saying, "Oh, why she used you to spread lies?" I think she have a right to give her side of the story because it's Lady T's side, it's SeanDavieWay's side, and it's also the truth. But this the kicker. People don't care about the truth now online. They just care about the salaciousness, getting a good laugh, piling on. They don't care nothing about the truth. They don't care nothing about receipts. What a lot of people care about is just to be entertained. And sometimes the lie, even when you tell the truth, if the lie is entertaining, they will believe the lie. And that's just how it is. A lot of these people just here for a click and a view. They don't care and all that type of stuff. They just here for the entertainment factor of it, and that's I don't want you to go down that rabbit hole and like, oh, I want y'all all to believe because they're not. They're just not going to do it. Especially when they know that's what you want them to believe. They're turned against it, and a lot of these creators they know it. And even when Sean's saying all this lovey stuff to you and all these text messages how he loved you, they really thought y'all was together. Because the way how he played it up.
When you hear it, okay, when it gets to that part, I want y'all to tell me who's not gonna fall for that.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like he was trying to play to be a player, and I can't wait till you get to that part because even in the little pieces of the text message that you presented to the world, he was pretending to be like he was your man. And like people need to understand, it might be hard for them to believe that because he twirl his neck, he be saying "girl," all, but he was showing that masculine energy on the phone, that manly masculine on the phone. He wasn't presenting this SeanDavieWay that y'all see on the internet.
And see, that's what I get for talking so much. And I was like, I gave him the leg in. So he was like, I heard you on Maggie say you could tell that when I'm on my channel that I'm being performative because that's not the real me. And I was like, damn, I gave him the leg because that's what he did. But my thing is, he was around the partner talking the same way, like normal, like what y'all hear, the activated voice. So I thought that okay, this is the real him because he's not up here and doing all that being flamboyant with his partner. So I'm
he did that for his audience. He was giving manly. It's hard for me to believe it because I can see right through it. But to a woman, you keep hearing that, and eventually you
late at night want to do it.
you fall for it and stuff like that and all that. Yeah,
But hold on though, Wiley. If I ask him directly, and I'm like, listen, you know what I done been through. You text me, you see me be harassed, you're not on that, and then I tell you, you don't have to give me this kind of attention to support you. And then 3 days later, because the computer got set May 2nd, May 5th, he's texting me, he better be all I want. I'm not going nowhere. And I had specifically told you we don't have to be on this type of time. And then when we're on the phone, I asked you, listen, this is soon. We're talking about a lot of stuff that's like, real life. It don't have to be this way. Are you serious or I'm in this by myself? When are people going to hold him accountable that I'm asking him to make sure and reinforce that this is not a joke, a game, that we're both planning the same thing? Don't say, people are trying to say you're just dumb and got used. I asked him for that reason to tell me the truth. At that point, he could have said, you know what? We could just be cool, be friends. I appreciate your support. He had multiple chances to change the trajectory of what he was choosing to bestow on me.
And then he didn't do it. And that's just very unfortunate. I want to ask you, because AT2 have been saying all this nasty addressing you. What is your problem with him?
Child, because I thought he was my friend. Like he's one of the people I really was saying was my friend. It has never been anything sexual. I tried to hype him up, put the wedding thing, because I was like, next time you have your next meet and greet, you should have the women. We're gonna go to the chapel. We all gonna be in white. I was trying to hype him up, like as my friend. It's never been actual between me and him. Like, are y'all okay? Like,
yeah, because like with him, with him, if he see people piling on you, he'll do it too. He'll forget that y'all. He does that. He did the same thing with All About the Tea. He did a funeral on All About the Tea. He was all cool with it when he was on the platform, but once everybody started piling on All About the Tea, then he had to pile on. So I don't like that. Even when I did my meet and greet, you see 82, he came, oh my gosh, Riley, you're so cool, you're so awesome, I love you. But you dragged me on the internet. Like, I just don't understand. I just don't understand. Why are you even here? I just don't understand it. And I'm like, but he does that. He'll pretend to be your friend. But if everybody else piling on you, he does the same thing. Like, he does that. It's very weird that he does that. He don't know that that's in his personality. Even when people was coming against 82 saying all this stuff, I was like, that's wrong to do. Like, don't call that man family. That's wrong to do. But he don't offer that same grace to other content creators. He don't. He said something very vicious. I'm like, dude, like what? Like, get up out of here. Leave Lady T alone. Like, you just want her to send you a computer and a hamburger and some French fries and a milkshake.
But when we was cool, and you know who was dragging us both, and I'd be like, we need to do a live to address this. He's saying you sending him all kind of messages. I'm not giving him no clout. I don't care. It's ignore. But when it come to me, you got 10 lives back to back talking about what I got.
Like, why you don't have that same energy for a man? I just don't. I just feel like that's not cool, bruh. Like, he does that. And then in the text message, I don't know if it's real or not. He wanted to see the man. I mean,
and then somehow you caught it straight. He was telling the chat, like, that's how I knew I was cool on her. For the first time I fell out with her, I seen her on Wiley's chat, and I just felt like she was being funny being over there. Dude, what? Like, what? I'm supposed to clock
like,
everybody.
why can't people be over here? And I'm like, y'all don't see it. I'm speaking as a consecrated. I will never forget it. I'm not gonna say this consecrated name, but this consecrated had an idea that she wants to do for YouTube. She went over there and told 82. 82 stole that creative idea, did it all on his channel. That's what he doing. And I told her, I said, now you try to see why I don't see it for him like that. But now you got to understand, because like, I don't be that too trusty with all these creators, because they do weird stuff. And then soon when they growing subscribers, they say the most vicious stuff about you. I said, wow. So now I'm more cautious on who I bring on the platform and stuff like that. Like, I be more aware. And I wanted you on the platform because I didn't like it that the public is piling on you. I said, let me get it from the source and see what did she have to say about all these comments. And and now for me, it seemed like you're doing a whole show on to expose SeanDavieWay, and you really need to get into the meat and the potatoes, and I'm here for it. That's what you have to do.
That was just the beginning of the call. Like, I'm like, I'm like, they think it was all just gonna be right there. I'm not gonna sit on there for 6 hours. It's like, it's just a lot. And so I think the next one, I don't want to, just the frivolous conversations. I would rather just have, the things that people want to hear. So I gotta have time to be able to.
I'm here for it. I'm going to be there listening, because I feel like you have a right to defend yourself and you have a right to do it. But I heard also that you was in the Krishan Rock sector. And who is Ronnie? Is that her baby daddy? The one that passed away?
Allegedly. That was the first one that even SeanDavieWay, when he said it the same day Tasha K did, dropped her premiere of her interviewing him. He said in his Discord, because somebody was like, did Ronnie date Lady T too? And he was like, no, Ronnie just used her, but RIP to him.
Also, Ronnie used you, because I think you had to give him to help his tire. His tire needs to get fixed, and you gave him some money.
Yeah, he got like maybe.
I mean, Ronnie could have used me too, because he's attractive. No shame. Right? Rest in peace. He was a good looking man.
Asking me for money. I stopped after we started going back and forth. He asked me for money. I think the last time I gave him something was on Christmas, and then New Year's Eve he was asking me for money. He sent the same text to me that he sent to Tea Time Trees from the Krishan Rock, the exact same screenshot, asking us for the exact same amount of money. And I told him, I'm never giving you nothing else.
I don't blame you. Because he is attractive. He was attractive, and may he rest in peace. But I would love to see you get back into the Krishan Rock sector, because I would love to hear your thoughts on that. I'm like, okay. I'm like, look at her.
What about it?
So do you still post about her on TikTok and Instagram, or you just left that alone?
I've had like a back and forth, because I started there. Like, even now, as soon as me and Sean fell out, the people that was following me before from that sector start re-following me again. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I had like, how you say it? Like, just personal back and forth with people that, like, if it wasn't for the fact of what they support that I don't, it really wouldn't be no issue. Like there's certain content creators that even I went back on Z Bangers this year. I really did that to be petty because Carlos had me messed up, and I wanted to be petty and did because I'm petty. But you know, like that they was like they really see the spark in me. They like this, that, and the third. Like if I believed what they believed and like supported her, oh, I would have been big because they loved my energy. They just because of what they represent, it's like they can't do it because her tribe, they don't play. They're like, how you gonna have her around? And she was talking with Ronnie and she don't support her. So you know what I'm saying? So it was just that, you know, not dereliction of duty, but it's a conflict of interest. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And so one thing
I'm really there for it because I'm like when I'm seeing it and I'm like Lady T it's very interesting that you are bringing your point of view in this sector. I'm going to ask you because Danny Robinson, they pump her up. Do you have a problem with Danny Robinson? Because I would have thought she would have had your side because you're a black woman and you're a woman and all that. What's your problem with her, or do you have a problem with Danny Robinson?
Is this the comedy special of your show?
Not a conversation. I'm just answering the question I would like to know.
You thought you like me, Wiley. Quit playing. Like, be crystal clear. Okay, I can't even see her. I'm not. I don't respect her.
Okay.
Like, no. People give her so much. They're so scared of her. I've never been scared of her. Like, I'm not. You can't be that tough if you got a high Joho identity, but want to be worried about me and mine.
Okay, but again, but she okay. So when did y'all fall out? Because were you ever cool with Danny Robinson?
I had a moment, you know, when she wanted to let me on her platform when I wanted to, you know, go and talk about my court tales. me may or may not have, you know, sending things to where it should because I was just doing, you know, a public service. Yes, indeed. So she brought me on her channel.
You were sending her.
No.
Okay.
No. You know the situation. That situation that time I called in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so that same day, that's when she was DMing me, asking me to come on her panel to talk about it because everybody was talking about it, you know, because they had just dropped. So, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel is that way. Again, your former content creator that you was over there with, he's now saying that he's gonna go live when she go with Maggie go live, and I'm like, man, like what's his problem with Maggie? Like, because at one point, again, when he got out of jail, she was interviewing him and they was talking. I'm like, what? Like, it's so much flippity flop stuff going on. I'm like, what happened with him?
It's me, Wiley. It's me.
Okay.
He expects you.
Because I'm like, because when he got out of jail, the first platform he was on Magic platform, they were talking. And she was saying, you know, Wally said he was gonna put money in your books. He was gonna raise money. Like they was doing like a whole interview. And now he like, then when I saw then she called him, and I watch everything. I'm in the bushes. She had called him on Instagram, and he was like, I don't trust her. She's trying to use some content. I'm gonna have to block her again. I'm like, Maggie, did you hear what he just said? Like, I don't know if she knew he said it. Cause like she was like, you need to I'm doing a show, and he would say, I'm gonna have to block her again, and I'm gonna bring people from Clubhouse, and we're gonna do the dark side. I'm like, wow, I didn't know you had that much pull like that, Lady T. Like you got people falling out.
I mean, nobody was dealing with him when he got out. Hence why he went to Magic's, because she was the only one that was nice enough to give him, you know, a space to speak. So then when she shared another content creator's Kai. Shout out to Kai, Cultivate with Kai. He had, even though I know they all hate me, it's okay. I'm being petty. I went over there because I was just trying to see like who this was because I didn't know these people. And so he ended up mentioning my name and then mentioned the issue with you know who. And I'm like, wait a minute, you're saying stuff that's not correct. So I was impelled to go ahead and hit the link or whatever. So that happened. So then the sociopath, he goes and puts this long message on his thing, basically like, if you don't want problems with me, don't have her back on your panel. So anywhere that I go, it's an issue, and he will go and try to get people to not deal with me. Why are you that concerned?
And you did donate to him at one point. Oh no, you didn't send no donations to him. To him, the one that you got the name tattoo on your neck, you had to get it covered up.
Can we please not say it like that? Just say have not. That's the name I gave him. Have not. Mm-hmm.
But you did contribute to him financially because you had show a receipt that the people that you contributed to financially.
Over like
So
8 months. It was like an 8-month span. 8
yeah,
months.
and it's just. But I didn't like the fact that he said he's gonna go live when she go live when they were cool. But it's because you're there. But Maggie had every right to do what's best for her platform. Like I don't understand with this blind loyalty with it. Like if a creator trying to build themselves up, they allow that creator to get interview you because you are a hot topic. And because when he was in jail, from my understanding, he did come out. He would say on Maggie channel, and they were talking, they was kikiing, all this type of stuff. But now he feels some type of way about it. And I'm like, well, that's your issue with Lady T. I don't have that issue with Lady T and stuff like. Because with me, my first impression of you, you an intelligent black woman, entrepreneur. You like to contribute and help creators. I mean, we need more support. Hell, we need more Lady T's in this that will go in a person and help a creator, especially if a creator say, hey, I need a computer, hey, I need some more equipment for the show. And you'd be like, oh, since I got an extra one, here you go. Like that, like we need more people that actually do it. But I don't think we should, as creators, should walk on and then dog out people like that. No, because you didn't have to do that. Like you could have kept that computer for yourself. You didn't have to contribute to this man and all that. Now the police is involved. You did say that you do have a case number. So I want to ask you: do you want SeanDavieWay to go to jail?
Well, first of all, I'm on my computer now. I already had a computer. I went and got him the exact same one that I had, so it was a second computer.
Okay, so yeah,
and also the thing with Maggie, it wasn't just me. I remember he was also mad because she had ate too much on her panel. So she was mad that he was mad that she was letting people up there that he didn't rock with. But then fast forward to now, you was just trying to link back up with ate too much to do a panel to try to come after me and everybody else. So I'm so good. Like what? Oh God, I hate.
Do you want him to go? Do you want SeanDavieWay to go to jail?
So it's not about going to jail for me. For me, like I told the man today when he called, I said, I gave him the whole rundown of everything. And we talked immensely about the word gift and everything. And so for me, it's not about jail time. My thing is that obviously when he speaks to them, he's poised, he's proper, he acts like he's a human being and not the what we hear in Discord, right? So if I knew that I stood to lose this and the third, this has turned into a big salacious fiasco. You know, there's recordings that people say can come out. I would just be like, you know what? I'm good. I'm going to politely send this back. I don't need all this. And everyone, we wouldn't even be here. The recordings want to come out. This has just been this huge thing simply because of ego, because then you turn around. Why people say that I'm dumb. He turns around and does his thing and yeah, you a dummy. That's why I targeted you. This, that, and the third. We was bored. We needed something else crazy to get the sector going again. Nobody, just dragging it. You know how he did. Wow. And yeah, you got played, dummy. You're not getting nothing back. And now telling me I got to pay for it. So at the end of the day, which one are you? An aspiring, respectable content creator that has other aspirations, or are you still just a demon sociopath up here panhandling, grifting women? Which lane are we gonna pick? Because you already know
which lane.
So we're already confused there.
And then what gets me, he brought up a consecrator, and I was shocked that he brought this consecrator up. Let me get the messages in here.
Lord, my blood pressure.
And yeah, he brought up Sonny, and I'm like, you trying to bring her back to this Lady T? You're more entertaining than Sonny. No shade.
Period.
Way more entertaining.
He noticed.
And I'm like, why are you trying to get another woman that you at least got to get somebody that's you're more intelligent. Like when you go off, you know how to curse. I'm like, oh, I don't want to be on her bad side. Like she be letting y'all have it. And you're not afraid to go against toe to toe with men. Like you go there.
At all.
Yeah, and this is another thing I want to say. If a black man call you a B, that same woman have a right to call. If a gay black male call you a B, that black woman have a right to call you an F. Because when you call a black woman a B, that is the same thing as calling a black man an F. So if you disrespecting me, that black woman have every right to clap back and disrespect you. You can't scream, oh, she's homophobic, but you didn't call her B's. But what about straight phobic. Like I just don't understand that. That's what I'm like, when they was trying to put that label on you, he called you B, he said all this other stuff, but when you clap back and say what you got to say, oh, she homophobic. No, like no, you was disrespectful. So I'm gonna be disrespectful back. It is what it is. You coming for me, I'm gonna come for you.
In fact,
I'm
but
just
I'm
saying.
not homophobic because we literally had conversations. Like I was
True.
telling him about how I always
Yeah.
went to the DAY clubs, about phone parties and this, that, and the third. Literally, I was with women in the past. I literally converted to a boy the last half of my prison stay. And I got the pictures for that. Okay. So, and my first interaction with anything was a woman when I was that was willing anyway, you know, and I was 9 digging in the coffin. So yeah, so I'm definitely not homophobic whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like men. And then, so my thing is when they're trying to say, why would she fall with someone that's GAY? If he's and even before me, when I went and was watching his old videos, you know, when he started telling me about the Sunny and because he wouldn't tell me where she was, where he was like, she just did an interview not too long ago saying she's in love with me, like taunting me, right? To piss me off. So I'm trying to find it. He wouldn't tell me. So I'm going down his history and I'm looking at videos where he was talking to his audience, explaining his actual orientation, his past, his desires for women, and all this kind of stuff or whatever. And then I found the video. So when Ate Too Much did his video last night that really incited me this morning, saying she's a liar. I talked to Sunny. She never gave that there was any type of whatever between her and Shonda. So I politely shared both of his videos and the live that he said to her face 5 years ago. Exactly the orientation of what happened between them two, what could have happened, what she wanted to happen, and also stated about her being married. So no, I'm not making up nothing just to go with this woman or feel some type of way. This is what he said before I even got here to everyone. And you know that Ate Too Much because you brought her on your panel for 3 different interviews or something. So this is what I don't like when people want to, again, like you say, jump shit. First he was, ooh, she needs to show the calls. She needs to show the calls. Now when he say I'm getting numbers, is, oh, you guys, yeah, I'm not no longer tuned in. Y'all shouldn't even watch that. She's lying. She's this and that. And I just shared the proof today out of Sean's mouth that she came on the panel and he directly checked her and said, you wanted to F me, but I was trying to respect your husband. He also had video of her grabbing his Johnson. Well, we don't know if it's a Johnson or a Tootsie Roll because Chad, I don't know. They got so many allegations, but whatever it is. Okay. So this is not nothing I made up because he was cupcaking on the phone with me, honey. It was already proof that was here before I got here.
My thing, I really want to ask you because, oh Lord, it's a lot. But I will say this: did Sean ever tell you that he was intimate with women, how he liked it and all that? Because when I had Yoni, it was the best. I mean, I had it was the best. I mean, better than men, honestly. Women, y'all got the power. If y'all know it, if you have never heard it, you definitely got the power between your legs. It's definitely. I see why kings will go against kings because of Yoni. I get it. But did he ever go into details about women, being intimate with women? Did y'all ever talk about that?
The same phone call again because I have not got to the meat and potatoes.
Okay, yes, on the phone call.
And he talked about how, you know, like a man is a man, you know, sometimes I ain't gonna say he said get tired. I think he misses like the softness of a woman. He was like, you know, you laid up with a man, he is tall as you, got the hair and all this kind of stuff. He said, I miss smelling the shampoo and stuff in women's hair, just the softness of a woman, whatever, the intimacies and all this kind of stuff. Like we talked in great details, like I had told him. Because he was like, he wanted me to not only build a relationship with him, that he didn't want it to be where it's separate. Like we got a relationship and then he got one with him. He, in his perfect world, what he would like is all of us to be one, which would mean I would have to build a relationship with his partner. This came out of his mouth. He said, I want you to fall in love with him the same way you fall in love with me, and I want us to be as one. And so I said, well, does this mean, you mean like us all, you know, sleeping together at the same time and all this kind of stuff? I said, so if we're living together, does this mean I gotta have bang station every day because the bitch gonna be tired? And so he was like, no, like it might be times you would just be intimate with just him. And I was like, ooh, that's a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and then we talked about life insurance policy. Like I was so serious. Oh, God. Yeah, this part, I know y'all, I was definitely dumb, but I did. I was like, because he kept saying this union. So I'm like, so if I get another life insurance policy and have you on it, I don't want to put him on it. He was like, no, when it comes to that, no, we can be separate. He don't need to be on that.
Of course, he wants the coin. But he's not really a true player, because a true player get the draws, get all that. Like, you gotta. He's just not.
I ain't gonna lie. I fell for it. I mean, I did. Like, I don't know what y'all want me to do. So this is what makes it hard to date. Like, people say I'm dumb. Like people don't get played in real life. Just because this is online in front of everybody, people get played all the time. And it's like, even my ex, he's so mad at me. Like, we was together. I met him in 2020, and I kind of broke up with him, whatever. New Year's Eve going into 2024, and we've been like off and on, whatever, from now until then. I don't have him tattooed on me. I don't have my baby father tattooed on me. I got my ex-husband and then the inmate. That's it. And they both got me tattooed on them. So I don't just run around, you know what I'm saying, tattooing people like this. Like, people I've been with in real life that's not even on me. So it's like,
honestly, like, if you would have did this with Von Ray, I don't know if you know who Von Ray is. Like, Storm and Roll, they did a show there. But if you'd have did that with Storm would have gave it to you. No shade, I think.
Riley, I'm not trying to be rude to people. I don't.
Oh, you don't see it for Storm. It's okay. You don't see it for Storm. It's okay.
Y'all playing. Y'all just, shit, y'all did.
I'm gonna see your picture of Von Ray, because you probably would have gave it to, because Von Ray, you know, her and Tasha K employee gave him some. You know, he was like, even Tasha said,
listen, I'm very picky. It might not seem like it. You know, I'm definitely into looks, but see, Sean was more my type. Definitely than the sociopath, because I love tall men. I love a dark skinned man. Like, that's my type.
Oh, see, Von Ray is light skinned.
Yep.
You like dark skin? Okay, yeah.
I don't want no chiquita banana. I'm good on that. I like my chocolate, baby, on the chocolate.
I was watching Sean the Messy Monday. You went up on there. Yeah, so you gonna stop talking to me like that? I'm like, now he got that shit.
I had to like that. Like, don't get it twisted, baby. I'm hanging in between these legs too, nigga.
When I told you, you don't talk to me like that. I'm like, what's he thinking?
But you know what, Wiley, this is my thing. I got a problem. Okay, so I'm probably maybe a little unique coming into this online space, but I just believe in like being real open. So it's like, I am 43. You know, I've tried a lot of different things in life. There are things that I used to be curious about. That's life. So if I was interested in things, it's like, why are people telling me I'm homophobic, but then people judge me for being interested in alleged bi man? You know what I'm saying? If he's saying that he liked both exes, how am I whatever? But I wanted to do that. So why do I get shamed? They'd be like, how as a Black woman do you say you want to sleep with bi? If he's bi, like, it doesn't matter, but it's not even that. Yes, I find it attractive. So what? If I've done the heterosexual stuff. I've done the women. I've tried one singular time, never again. I don't want no more plastic. That was disgusting. Rubber, no. Okay. So I've tried it all. So this is the fantasy of mine that I have a right to be able to have my fantasy and not have to be judged for it. Like, it's lame as hell to me that people act like, oh, she's weird because she's like, move around. Do you not see the shows on TLC? They got all kind of polyamorous, situations going on. Like, just because it's in y'all face on YouTube, like, so what? Are you mad or not?
So is SeanDavieWay partner dark skin?
I never seen them. I just only heard in the background.
You just heard. It
was not his partner. It was him. But it's like, if I got to do what I got to do to be with babe, I was going.
Oh, so you would have slept with the partner to be with? Oh, okay.
We going.
Wow.
Wait, I don't want to talk about this. That nigga good. That nigga good. I swear to God.
Oh wow. That's bold. Like, yeah, you can sleep with my partner. Like, so what's his voice deep where he's like, yeah, so you gonna sleep with my partner too, right?
Listen, people was in his chat talking about, dang, Sean, we ain't never heard you talk like that, baby. When they heard that activate voice, baby, they got it. They was like, Sean, you can get my money too.
Wow. I saw a piece of what he said. You gonna start talking to me like that? I'm like, oh, okay.
So then when people send me the picture,
well, I'm not gonna lie, because I'm not gonna lie. Back in the day, I had a crush on Sean too. Back in the day. But I will say this.
Yeah,
that moderator that he liked, that said when she says your little girlfriend gonna be that, they came to Dallas. This is when I was staying in Dallas, and Sean begged me to meet him. Some just told me, no, I'm not gonna meet him. No, I'm not gonna meet him. And then she on the phone, yeah, come with me, Sean. I'm like, lady, stop it. He don't want no women. Anyway. but I didn't meet him. But I will say this though, like when he put that deep voice in, okay, like was y'all do he smoke and drink? Was he smoking and drinking on the phone?
Listen, and I don't even want to say this because he already an arrogant, just I can't stand
Okay.
him. But I could be like I'm talking about 10, 20K mad on demon time. He get on that phone, I be like, yes, daddy.
All right, daddy, because I was attracted to Sean back in the day when he get feminine, when he would roll his neck. That tall, feminine, twirl his neck, all that. I was, he would be dragging me. It was like a turn on. I'm like whatever the case may be. And so when he'll put on that deep voice, I give it. I'm like, okay, I can understand that.
That nigga
I can
good,
understand, especially if you keep it on the phone, you build these emotions and stuff up. And a lot of these women that saying that they've been in the same thing. How many children and baby daddies they got? So let's stop playing the game like you never been played by no man. Let's stop it, women. Stop it. I bet you if you really get to talk to a lot of these women, I guarantee they got baby daddy drama and all stuff. You've been played by a man. I'm actually reading my girl Jess Hilarious book, and she said deaf to you parent. Oh, and I got the green screen on. Deaf to you parent, and she got played by a man. And this man brought his new women to his baby party, and just like, what you bring this dude to? Like, so let's not play these games like you never been played by a man. Let's let
on top of the
just
fact, half these men is down low anyway, so it's like, baby, at least if I
down low.
What are we talking about?
I was just reading a book. Shout out to Elan Harris. He did a book entitled Invisible Life. And he was diving into that bisexuality and all that. Let's not act like bisexuality is not real. It is real. It exists. Right. It is there. Let's not act like it ain't. And again, I mean, I had it was the best. It was better than a man. I came faster with a female than I did with a man. Because women, y'all got that's natural. Y'all got power between us, so I get it. But I just can't sit and flirt and not like do nothing. Like I want to go all the way. So I just feel like he wasn't no true player, because a true player would have just ate you out.
You keep saying that. So what I was trying to say when you asked me about Ronnie, the first time I talked to him, he literally wanted to come to my house. I'm like, bro, I don't know you. I don't move like that. So what?
Oh yeah, he was a homosexual.
No, heterosexual.
No, he was a homosexual. He wanted to move in with you because he ain't no place to stay.
Listen, I don't care what he wanted. What I'm saying is that I don't move like that.
So I know he hetero, but a homosexual is like, hey, he would have D'd you down and all, gave you like HO box and all that. As long as you give him a place to stay, of course, you're gonna cheat and cook his food and all that. I call them homosexual. They exist. There's a lot of men that's homosexuals.
So what I'm saying is that for me, because we talk every single day, it was like, okay, yes, I want to be there to anticipate. You know what I'm saying? That's why we was scheduled. Because I think it was going to try to come around the fall. But then I'm like, well, maybe we'll come with whatever. And he was like, well, June, this is what he had going on with, who or whatever. And so I was like, well, maybe I'll do July. He was like, no. He basically wanted me to come right after he got back, literally. And so for me, it's just the anticipation to keep getting to know each other. Like, I like that. I don't want to just go to the store, walk outside and meet somebody. That's just so cliche. So I like to be able to build and get to know someone mentally. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad that you're honest and that you are living in your truth. And when you're honest, then people say all this stuff, but you living in your truth. It's so many women out here that's attracted to Chris Brown that want to sleep with Chris Brown.
And I met him at Polo the Don's house, took a picture and all this kind of stuff. I done put it all on my page and shit back in 2010. Like, you moving around, like, and I wasn't fanned out. I walked in that man's house like I owned it and went straight to his refrigerator looking for the alcohol. I don't get fanned out.
You met Chris Brown before? Wow.
Yeah. Like, that's I'm like, are y'all okay? Hello, chilling. So
wow. So it's a lot of women in here that like Smokey Robinson. Some of my old girls up in here like Smokey Robinson. Will drop them draws Smokey Robinson. Tyrese will drop them draws to Tyrese and all that. Like, it is what it is. Even Jesse Smollett. It's some women that's attracted to Jesse Smollett because he's a light-skinned, attractive. It's some women right now that want to drop their draws for Storm Monroe. And it was one woman in here, and I used to call her Diana Ross Wiggs. She was thick. I mean, thighs, butt is butt. Yoni just beautiful.
Oh my God.
And she had to leave Storm alone because she was trying to throw it on him, and he wasn't allegedly wasn't into that. And she moved on. So and all that type of stuff. But yeah, she beautiful by the way, But I would ask you this though. What if you were to meet Sean now, and if he put that deep voice on and take
First
you
of
out to
all,
eat?
meeting him now, I would have to wonder, like, am I need? Listen, it's been too much going on.
So
I
you
don't feel
won't
like
want to meet him now.
I would feel like I'm being set up, and yeah. Ugh. Listen, it's been way too much going on. So we just I don't even want to talk about none of that. It's just that's over with. So but far as to what you were saying, yes, we had grave. It was a comment I wanted to make because you said something about someone else. I forgot that fast. But no, so yeah, I did want to meet him and see how things went, and we were gonna go hang out, have a great time. We was gonna go to this. It was some fair place, some amusement park. We talked about. Then we were gonna go. I think I told him we wanted to go hiking, and then we was gonna go to the GAY club in Minneapolis, and then see how the night went. That was the plan.
It was this female support, and I kind of mad she over there with Storm, and I wanted to hit forever, but she beautiful by the way. So again, I just don't understand it. It don't take you long to meet up with somebody and all that if you really into it. Like he just played you.
Why
Are you
do you
coming to
want to keep
Chicago?
using that as a mic drop? He just plays you. I'm not y'all. Just because you like somebody's season, oh, let me go rush it. No, because then it's like the fun is up with. I don't want to rush into
I
because I
mean,
like
not
the story of
rushy,
the man.
but
Then
I'm
it's like,
just saying,
no.
like, take you out at least, like
I
y'all
have a
link up.
life. I have a schedule. He has a schedule. We don't live in the same place. I'm not about to just up and meet him yet. He
Now
is
I'm
more
talking about he should have did it. Like he
because
could have did
again, because of me coming from you know who,
it.
he's
Okay,
still
I
got to
understand.
go too. So we're getting to know each other to make sure this
Okay,
is what it is.
I
Like, are
understand. I
y'all
understand.
okay?
Are you coming to Chicago to the Keith Lee
I'm
Festival
not
next
coming
year?
nowhere. I definitely
Okay,
ain't going to no damn Chicago. Y'all trying to put me in
okay.
a casket like yesterday. Child,
No,
please.
Chicago is good. Don't say that about Chicago is
No.
good. But yeah, but you are you still gonna move to Texas, or you not gonna
No.
move to Texas? Okay.
No, Wiley. For the love of
And
God.
Texas is not no shade. Texas
I don't
is
even like
nice.
Texas. I was going for him. I literally don't like Texas.
Oh, so you don't like you don't like Texas. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Okay. I'm glad you being honest and people saying stuff about you and stuff like that. Um they keep talking about your mental health. Did you ever say something about your mental health or are they just putting that on you?
No, yeah, I did. I told him
Okay.
years ago. I don't know if this was before prison, whatever. But yeah, I was, diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, and that usually comes from trauma, like when you
Okay.
not really dealt with stuff. So therefore, your emotions are all over the place. You're either you don't have like an even grade playing field. If I'm happy, I'm super happy, mad, super mad, and sad. The same thing. So, but
Are you in therapy for that or are you not doing therapy?
no, I'm prescribed a medication that I need to take that I clearly have not. But
You
yeah, no.
should take it. Like for me, I've been diagnosed with bipolar 1. I'm in therapy. I take my medicine every day. Because if I didn't, I'd be out here crashing out, getting on
Like
flights and stuff
me.
like that. Yeah,
I've
I'd
done
be
the
out there.
therapy. I've done all that. I've done all that. It's just that the only reason why I don't take it because it like still makes you feel groggy, and because of my profession, like I don't like
Well,
waking up
it
feeling
did
groggy.
my medicine used to make me feel that type of way, but I had to tell them put me on a lower dose, like help me with my medicine. Like I had to communicate because at one point they had me on 100 milligrams. I was in there drooling, sleepy, like it was a mess. So I had to describe to them and say, hey, I need a better dose and stuff like that. And now I just good. I take the dose, I sleep. That's why I don't go live like every day because sometimes the medicine be in the system and then I get up like today. It was a good day, so let me do it. And I love therapy. Like my therapist, she beautiful by the way, thick chocolate woman. Oh, good looking, and she get married. So it's congratulations to her. But I love therapy because you can talk about your issues and stuff. So now if they say weird stuff about me on the internet, it doesn't bother me because I'm in therapy. I'm on some good medicine, and it ain't gonna bother me. But I hate that they said stuff about you in this platform, knowing that you are a new content creator, and so they're gonna bag up off you a little bit because you on the Wiley show and now
You know
you
what
team
Wellbutrin
Armon
is?
Wiggins, so they're gonna bag up off you a little bit. Because they're not gonna want my name to be mentioned and stuff like that. They're gonna bag up for that. But I had a crash out and I had to get into therapy and all of that good stuff. And shout out to my therapist. I was homeless and I was in therapy. I said, man, I would love to know who Lady T was because she could have helped me when I was homeless on the street in Vegas. But no offense, but we good
Well,
now.
I got a second bedroom, an empty bedroom that I refuse to go into because that's where the infamous damn shit happens.
I could have been in that room and we could have did our
empty,
content,
okay?
all
You
type
can
of
hang
stuff.
out.
Tall and chocolate, but I had to learn like the hard lesson, and I had to, you know what I'm saying? I had to go through it, and it was rough. You know, I was crashing out, and it was so rough. And now I'm in a rebuilding phase and stuff like that. I have to rebuild my life. And shout out to Danny Robinson because you know she did talk about it and stuff like that. So, but the world talked about it, and so I have to live with it. Now I'm in school to complete my bachelor's degree, and
Right.
I got an A, and now I'm on to my next class. I got a couple more classes. I'll graduate in June next year if it be the Lord's will. But I had to go through it, and so I don't like it when people pile on you, but people piled on me, and then I crashed out and all that. And they said the most vicious stuff about me. Even Sean said the most nasty, vicious stuff about me. But it doesn't bother me because I'm on my medicine. I go to my therapist, and I'm like, it is what it is. Because if I get on, you know, it just doesn't bother me. So once they know it doesn't bother you, they move on. They eventually move on. But once they see you crying, crashing out, it makes them get worse and saying more stuff. But once they see you unbothered and all that, and I pray that you get a nice, chocolate, tall, educated black man and be like, baby, who, and then let him come. Like, I can't wait to get it because you are a good woman. And you need a good, strong, chocolate, strong black man. And I'm like, I just can't wait. You gonna get it though. Eventually, it's gonna happen.
Well, first I want to say congratulations to you on your journey, like for sure.
Thank you. It's a journey though.
I don't know if
And
you're familiar with Wellbutrin, but that's what I'm prescribed. I don't take it. I guess you could say I just self-medicate with liquid
how long
fluid.
you been off of it though? How long you been off of it? Like
A
it's
long
been
time.
years.
It's a long time. Yeah, I don't even go get my refills. But I think for me at this point, because you know, having borderline, like you're already a heightened person, and so like everything that people says does get to you. So then being in this space where you have thousands personalities judging you, I'm like here, there, I got to address it. It's like it's making me manic at this point, right? So I feel after all this, I do need to go back into like real therapy because now it's like not just childhood trauma. It's like now it's like, who are you at 43? Because when I say I have really tried, like I've gone dormant where I was abstinent for celibate rather for like 2.5 years, stuff like that. Like just really was trying to find myself, and then we're coming out now online, and I'm trying to date online, and also alleged gay men, but they're saying they're bisexual. You know, going through all this kind of stuff, and so. This particular last situation has definitely taken a toll on me. I've never even went through nothing like this in real life. So I do feel like at this point, I am going to reach out to my doctor and have them refer me to give me a good therapist because I need to find where I'm at, why I'm going through the things that I'm going through, why I'm responding, and absolutely give myself a medication because when I am on my medication, I am real mellow.
Yeah, because like for me, I was going through. I had a crash out at public library, and because I did not stay consistent on the medicine, I got off the medicine, and then eventually it was a crash out at the Walmart situation. It was worse than the library, so I had to make a decision to say, what life do I want? And I was fortunate enough to be homeless. I call it a blessing because I was able to see people that burn all these bridges and crazy, and now they on the street and all that. I don't want that to be my life. So what I do, I take the medicine every day. And my therapist said something to me, well, you don't want to be so dependent upon the medicine, whatever. I said, listen, that medicine saved my life. It saved, and therapy is great too. It saved my life. And then also too, being on the medicine, I'm not around all this toxic energy and having all this crazy sex. Because when I was off the meds, I was doing a lot of sex. Like it was through the roof. And so now I can handle, even being on this platform, I'm not live for 80,000 hours. I can handle it better and all that. And so, and it's a lot of creators I see that battle mentally and need some medication. And so, but I was like, I definitely need to take it. So I take it. And I talk about mental health a lot because it's a lot of people that go through in their mind. And if you're not well, you can get manipulated. And I was getting manipulated. I will never forget it. I was manic, and this lady needed an apartment. So what did I do? I got the apartment in my name. I had 2 apartments.
Oh my God, that's exactly how I am. Oh my God.
I got that, and I got 2 apartments in my name. Oh, you need an apartment? Don't worry. Took this lady down there, got that apartment, and then I got mad, said, "Get out of my apartment." So I've done that. I've been there. So when you see all this type of stuff, like I was manipulated, and people were using me. I was moving all these weird people in my house, and I was because again, I wasn't medicated. And people saw that we could use Wally. He ain't all the way. And I was spending money I didn't have, getting on flights, money I just didn't have, just wasted stuff. So now I'm rebuilding my life and getting back to where I was and above that. Like, so yeah, so I hope that you talk to your doctor, say, hey, you need your medicine and stuff like that and all that, and do it. And if it makes you sleepy, call him again and say, hey, Dr. So and so, it's making me sleepy, is it another dose? Because like one thing that people need to understand, when you on medicine, it's a journey. When I tell you, it probably take years to get you on the right dose. Like now I'm on 10 milligrams Zyprexa, but at first I was on 100 milligrams. But the 10 milligrams is much better than 100. So it just it takes a while. And so in order for you to do that and just do it, because you don't want to continue to get used. And thank God he didn't impregnate you and got you with babies. And I'm just thank God that you don't have that.
I had a hysterectomy, so that's
Okay. Well, I'm sorry for that. I'm just glad that he didn't, because like once a man started coming inside you, then you get more craving for that man too. Because like sex, it transfers spirits, and people need to understand that. So that's and it's worse so with women because y'all are more emotional than men. But I would say talk to your doctor and to do it and stuff like that, because it needed medicine is it helped me. Like right now. I ain't got no bipolar. Oh, it's because it's the medicine that's working. And that's one of the keys to work in my, I'm not depressed anymore. So
yeah, I've taken a lot of different medicines, trying the trials and tribulations and stuff like that. And so the ones that used to make me gain weight, I was telling them, no, I don't want that because they make you eat and all this kind of stuff. So when I was on the Wellbutrin, it was like I was like, oh, I just feel like I'm just a robot, right? So and it was like, you know what? Once you start feeling better, I'm like, oh, I got this. I can do it on my own. And then I'll take myself off, and you do become worse because your body got dependent on those the medicines working on the chemical imbalance. So and I feel like
but it's like for me, I had gained weight because like they say, oh, why you gain weight? Because I'm on the medicine. But now my doctor say go to the gym and so now I'm back into the gym and stuff like that. So it's a journey. It's a journey. I just want you to just take that first step and say, hey, I need to get back into therapy, and then talk to your psych doctor to get you back on the meds and all of that. And cause especially when you're doing YouTube, all what the YouTube is going to do is add more stress and you trying to fight against that stress. You can't. The medicine, the therapy will help you, and then you will know how to navigate these YouTube streets. Like I know how to navigate these YouTube streets more now than ever because I'm on the meds. I talk to my therapist every Friday, and we talk for an hour, and it's helpful, and I'm able to help other people because I don't want to end back in jail. I don't want to go back and all that because I don't want to keep making all these mistakes. Every day I'll be like, how can I be a better Wiley? And I always try to, even my relationship with my mother is better now because I'm on medicine and because I'm in therapy. So I'm able to have a better relationship even with my family. It's so much better. But I just don't like when people weaponize people's mental health, and that's why people don't share it, because now people say, "Oh, you crazy, you crazy, you crazy." That's not healthy to say. What people should be saying, I encourage you to get the help, send resources and stuff like that. But online, unfortunately, they don't care. They even on this show, they say the most nasty stuff about me. They Emmett Till destroy, library destroy. They say all this weird stuff. But if I went on the medicine, I'd be hopping on flights, throwing hands. But because I'm medicated and because I'm in therapy, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. So when I saw you crying, I said she's really hurt by this, and it's not right that people pile on her and all that. So I just hope that you get the help that you need. And I'm always here, a listening ear for you, because I thank God for the inner circle that I have where I can call and lean on people and stuff like that. And I thank God I have people that say, "Oh, Wiley, are you okay? But like you're a little manic. You need to take your meds. Are you on your meds?" Because when I'm off my meds, I'm flirtatious, very flirtatious. I'm out in these streets now. I don't smoke, I don't drink, and I'm celibate.
Good for you. Good for you.
But when I was manic, I was out in these streets. I don't care if you was fat, skinny, women, man. I was out in these streets, And so
Yeah,
now
I'm
I'll be
not.
like,
I'm more. I'll go into my like dark shell, and
okay,
just cut off everything. I get mad at the world. I'll block everybody in my family. Don't want to talk to nobody. Like, and isolate
yeah.
myself. So I don't.
And that's not good either, too. Like
Yeah,
that
and then it's
isolation.
just stuff like this. This is why I don't like being in spaces. Whatever with a follower and stuff like that, because then people would say anything in the chat, people will run with it. Like I've just seen somebody passing by saying, "Oh, she just covered a tattoo last week." This tattoo been covered since August of 2025. I went to a tattoo convention in my city and paid $500. Had the video, the pictures, all that with the man that did it. He actually was friends with Donna from the Black Ink crew and actually taught her how to tattoo. She used to be in his shop. He was out of Cleveland and came down here. So again, false, so. But anyways, I do appreciate you. No, nobody is on here to be falling in love with Wiley. I don't want to fall in love with nothing else. I don't even think I want to date in real life. I'm so sick of men. I promise you. So I can't even get my ex off my roster.
Like for me, like and I thank God, like once you get a healthy you and get to that point, you will attract that good guy. Because I do believe you experience you do because women get tired of when you got a lot of bad men, but there are some good men out here that's not abusing women, that's not manipulating women, that's not
I have to cut you off because that's true. Like my ex that they just saw me post on my thing, me and his mama still tight too. She just texted me the other day, asked me how I've been. He still wants to be when he's not a bad person. He's not abusive. He don't have no record. He has his own everything. He does everything under the sun for me. He's like still in love with me, but it's me. Because once I decide to remove you, like if it's just things I don't know that I don't know.
And once you work on yourself, who knows? You may go back with him.
I keep trying and I can't make myself revive and reset. Once I'm an Aquarius, once I do the work to get you out my system, I have never been able to resuscitate feelings for nobody once I get you out my system.
Okay.
And he tried.
But who knows though? Like once you're in a healthy space, like get into therapy, get into the meds, maybe. Who knows? I've seen people that one cool with their baby daddy or one cool with their ex, and then eventually they got married. Like it all depends. And then you can never be back with them and you get somebody else. I think it eventually will happen for you because again, you are a gorgeous Black woman. You are intelligent and you work. Like you're not out here depending upon somebody to take care of you. You work hard. Yeah. So I want you to let me know, like when you back at therapy, do you like? Because like I like therapy. I sometimes I talk a lot in therapy because at one point when I first started, I wasn't really talking. Now I can talk about my day. I can talk about what I need help with, and we work with a treatment plan. And I stay on the meds. I stay on the meds. I take it every single day, and it changed my life. It changed my life. It changed my life. I don't smoke. I don't drink. And stuff like that. It's because I've learned like drinking is bad for you when you have a mental illness. Smoking weed is bad. I didn't know smoking weed was bad. I thought it was good, but they said when you have a mental illness, it's really not good to even smoke weed. So I don't do that anymore. So yeah, it'd be good for you though once you get back into therapy and medicine. Then you will be able to look at YouTube in a clear minded way, in a different lens. Because what they say about you in the chat, it won't bother you.
Can you check your text message and see the screenshot I just sent you from August 24th of 2025?
Okay, let me see. Give me a second.
I'm lying.
Okay.
Jesus.
No, it's like no, August 24, 2025, you did get the tattoo covered. But again, you gotta understand, like, this is what you're gonna learn. I'm gonna tell you a secret. A lot of the trolls be these content creators. They get into other chats and they say all this type of stuff. So it's on your neck. The receipt is you, and they don't care. They say the most foul, nasty things. It is. And then most of the time, it be these content creators and these moderators in different accounts and stuff, and be saying all this type of stuff to get under your skin. But because you beautiful. Even if you still had that man tattooed on there, that's your business. How many of these women got their baby daddy tattooed on them and they ain't with their baby daddy? Like I just like it's just like the women, y'all trying to held Lady T to a standard that you're not. That some of you women, not all, some of you women not living in your real life. Not living in your real life. Like, come on now. Like, get up out of here. Like, that's why I'm not. That's why I be like, people be on Krishan Rock neck. But how many of y'all still sleep with y'all baby daddy on the side when y'all not together, but still give him some? Like, come on now. Yeah. So I'm just glad that you were able to came on. This is my first time having you on the show, and I'm honored that you on. I know you're going to be paying more to HBC. So are you going to go live once a week, or is it Monday through Friday? Like, what's going to be your schedule now going live?
Well, half of me was just like, at this point, they want the receipts. I should just, when I have the time to go ahead and edit to trim it down and just upload them, and I don't even have to, like, I don't even care. Like, I'm just sick of these people. It's like
Yeah,
I'm doing all that for what? They're gonna take it. They're gonna run
they're
with.
not
They're
going
gonna
to
do
believe
the
it.
content. I'm getting
Yeah,
nothing
they're
out
not.
of it.
Yeah, they're not going to believe it. It's just that's just how it is. They just not going to. They don't care. Because most of these people are on here for clicks and views
Yeah, I
and
mean,
entertainment.
imagine all these people in here that came in this chat just to drag me. Like, you literally
Yeah,
had
they
nothing to
do
do on
stuff
Memorial
like
Day but
that.
to
It's
come and drag a
unfortunate.
woman you don't
Yeah,
know. Are you okay?
and
But
then eventually they do the
I think
same
I'm gonna
thing to
schedule some
Krishan
Friday.
because your SeanDavieWay be saying, "I want the child out of her life," and so he called CPS, but she still got her child. So that let you know right then and there that she's not as a bad mother according to CPS. She not as a bad mother as y'all claim. This is just online stuff because she still have that child in the house, but y'all would do stuff for a click and a view. And that's why I'm glad that you are you able to give your opinion and don't take what these people say to heart because a lot of them just doing this because they want to get under your skin. And some of these people you'll be shocked. They have great jobs, they have great careers, they work for the government, but they get online and they say the most nastiest, vicious stuff with no profile picture. You would be shocked at the people that's here. Some of these people got children, families, some of them church mothers, some of them missionaries at church. But they get on the internet and they say the most vile stuff on here. Like they say the most vile things on the internet. But then in their real life, you don't even you won't even know that they like the same people. But that's what they do on here. You know, it's just
Well, yeah, I
unfortunate.
mean, even though I know you say he was advocating against her, now he said yesterday he knows someone that talks to her every day, and he's trying to get in, and he wants to be able to just have a conversation with her. He don't want to have any more issues with her, Krishan. So,
Yeah, it's just
anything
that
for
because yeah, they said some of the nasty people are in the church widely. So this should be no, it doesn't surprise me. I see it. It just doesn't surprise me at all. Like that. But when you go live, the people gonna watch. They're
yeah.
gonna watch.
So
They're
no,
gonna
I
be
am going
watching.
to be still doing the lives. I'm still going to be dropping these recordings because I feel like at this point everybody's invested. We all need to go through this history so y'all can see how I got bamboozled, how I became Delulu and Dodo and for Cocoa Puffs. But like I said, we started talking from May 1st all the way up until when we were no longer, and I never recorded none of those calls. So he can't sit up here. Oh, it was intent. No, I would have been recording from day one. Hello, like I did Ronnie. No, clown. But since you play
Yeah,
with me, yeah, I'm putting it all out there, and
yeah.
hopefully they
You
make
have
a
you
whole
have
bunch of hashtags about you want me to do you from the back. But anyways, I appreciate you, Wiley.
I'm glad that you were able to respond and give your point of view because no one can tell your story but you the author of your story. So I'm glad that you were able to tell your story because people were saying all this stuff about you, and I'm like, she have a right to respond. She have a right to give her side of the story, and I'm glad that you have recordings because sometimes people say, "Oh, she made it up," but no, she have recordings to back up what she's saying. So this,
Yeah.
thank you for coming
Most
on the
people would have went and hid under a rock and just said, I'm leaving YouTube. But I'm
Yeah,
still
because
here
some
fighting
people
a
would
good
have.
fight.
They'd have been like, "But you got that fire in you," and you be like, "No, I'm going to respond." And also too, Sean, you got to be careful because you remember that story, that movie, Thin Line Between Love and Hate, and he played with that woman's mind and said, "I love you," and what did she? She flipped on like he was a player. Like,
I thought about driving to Minnesota and showing up at his door in my trench coat and my tell me, want this man go.
like you just gotta be careful and all that, and you just gotta be careful playing with people's emotions. Like you just gotta be careful. You can't be doing. You definitely gotta be careful doing that.
hmm Well, yes,
Thank you.
you talk to your friend and you guys let me know. I'm definitely down. Not for the pound town, okay? For interviews only.
Okay, I understand. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for your support for coming on. Thank you so much for that. Lady
Okay.
T, y'all, I told y'all she is coming through this sector and she building a name for herself. And I don't care what you have to say about her, she have a right to clap back because they have said things and trying to create a narrative. You have every right to respond to the public and say, "Hey, this is not true." He was flirting with me. This was she did post this. He did say these. I'm like, oh, I'm just interested in phone conversations because I'm like, I can't wait till you get to that meat and potatoes. I'm gonna be there with my.
I'm not doing all that stuff like it was just a hot mess. We getting straight to. I want to just get to the recording so I can review it and explain. Yeah, so
You want to get straight? Yeah,
we're gonna be on thumbnails today. I'm sure ain't too much gonna be talking about. Oh, it's lady cheese next question. They missed, but they already coming up with narratives. So I'm just up here talking to you. They're gonna say it's a throuple with me, you, and Armon. Child,
it's like they just say all type of stuff, but you have every right. And don't let people deter you from supporting other creators. Like I always tell the viewers, y'all have the power. I can't tell my viewers to not go to these other channels. No, they grown. They can do whatever they want to do. Like this is a free country, and I just can't wait till you to go live and you post what you got to post, and it's going to be quite interesting to see him in that light of flirting and all that. Like, wow, like I'm gonna be there watching.
I was the first lady of
I can't wait to see it. I'm gonna be right there in the chat and listening because you have every right to defend yourself.
Well, I appreciate you. Thank you.
I appreciate you.
Guys.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go down to the chat. Have
Okay.
a blessed day.
Love
and
you.
I appreciate
Thank
everything that
you.
you said, gave me any advice, and I'm going to call my therapist.
Thank you. Thank you. It's just so good. Like she came on and for that. Now, if the viewers want to say what they want to say, we actually do not use profanity. You can come on and you can call in and you can give your thought process. That was the Lady T that I was mentioning because like y'all was saying, who is Lady T? I brought her on. You was able to get a face to the name. And if you want to call in, you are more than welcome to call in and you can give your thoughts and I will post the number in here. We've been on for 2 hours and 36 minutes. I'll post the number in here if you want to call in really quickly and give your thoughts. And then we're going to bring the show to a close because it's Memorial Day. We got a barbecue. We got to put ribs on the grill and all of that good stuff. For that way, we gotta cook. So it's definitely needed. And again, I want to say this because I didn't get to say this earlier. Whoever you follow, you want to follow. Hey, you live on the Wiley Show.
What's up? It's Dineva. How are you doing?
How you doing? Go ahead.
You have interviewed a real life sociopath, and I read the chat where people have this idea that I exploited her. This woman has adamantly admitted to sending me thousands of emails to forge her way into my platform, my community, sending money. Her sending the computer to Sean, her recording him, all of that. She's a sociopath. She's the social climber. She run around and destroy channels, destroy people's platforms. That's all she did. This is not somebody who...
If she given a computer and you flirted with her, not you, but SeanDavieWay, I mean, what like he's innocent in this?
No, he's not. And she's running the same storyline in the same place she did with me for a year and a half on him. The only difference is he actually fed into it and I never did. That's the difference. This lady is a real life sociopath, never takes accountability, lying, flipping narratives, twisting, turning. She's a very dangerous person and unmedicated. And I know the same thing I said on Messy Monday when the first one, when you was over there and she was saying all that foul stuff to me and I wasn't answering it or anything. She's been doing that for a very long time. So I'm numb to it. And like I told King Payne and Sean, if y'all want to have an experience with her, go right ahead. And I understand some people hate and disdainment for me would convince them to opt up or give her a platform, but then eventually she becomes your problem. And I'm not saying that for you or about anybody else. I don't care. But I just heard my name mentioned so many different times in these labels that actually belong to her. You know, when you think of a sociopath, someone that lacks empathy, that's not me, that's her. She does not, her mother came onto my platform and say the same thing she's doing to me, Sean, and other people online. She has done it to people in real life and is going to take real life consequences. her mother came onto my platform and said she's tired of her threatening her and harassing her and the long messages, everything she's doing online is what she do in real life. So you can get your own perception about her. And I told everybody, don't mention me, don't put me any of this, and then I won't have to tell the truth about you. Initially, I was excited because when she started targeting Sean, I was like, yes, she's finally off of me, but somehow I'm still being brought up. So I have to tell the truth about her. And you know, that's what it is. Is there any clarifying questions that you want? She's very exhausting to the point to where,
For me, honestly, in such situation, Lady T is a woman. Lady T, if y'all feel this type of way about her, y'all dealt with her. Like I don't
right.
like it when all these
Wiley,
mental health labels
listen.
want to be on.
I
Not right. Because none of y'all
okay,
are
Wiley.
none of y'all are therapists. Y'all can't label.
One
I don't think
second.
she's a sociopath. That's a
Wiley,
serious allegation.
Wiley, 1 second. She's publicly admitted it on platforms. She's talked about it herself, her diagnosis. She's went live and had 10, 15 pill bottles next to her. These are things that happen. As far as this whole thing, like, and especially leading to her calling the court on me, the day before I went to jail, I told her, leave me alone countless times, stay away from me, I don't deal with you. When I went to jail, she saw an opportunity to social climb by attaching herself to my name when I could not speak for myself, even though I privately told her to leave me alone. When I got out of jail, she brainwashed the audience to believe that I'm somehow supposed to be grateful and appreciative of her. She's to me, in my experience, she forced her way unto me. She emailed me, doing all this stuff constantly, and to the point to where she beat down my supporters, emailing them, contacting them in real life, Googling their phone numbers, figuring out information about people, throwing it in their face. She's a very dangerous person. She has talked about her own mental health diagnosis. The experience that Sean is going through, although I'm lavishing in it because, you know, he thought that he was doing something to me by having that cuckoo bird around him. And I hate to say this because I don't want to seem like I'm defending him, but this is something she's already done. He fed into it. That's what makes him not a victim. He fed into it.
Because I think because when Lady T, she had every right to defend herself. She never followed you to your house. She never showed up to your house. She never.
Lady T, what Lady T has sent devil books, screenshots, pictures. She has Googled people that I Googled and sent them text messages to their phone. If they're not, don't get in touch with me, I'm gonna put him in jail and I'm gonna kill him. She's done this stuff. There's things and people in my life that she's contacted that I never even spoke about publicly because she wants that validation. And I said to myself, by not mentioning it, it would constrain this narrative and this attachment to me. That's why, unlike Sean, I really wasn't feeding into it. She has done a lot of things, not just calling the court. That was just one thing that y'all got to witness publicly. She's done a lot of things to try to attach herself, to try to trigger me, to get me to respond to her, to get me to talk about her publicly for the past year and a half. And the reason I'm talking about her publicly now is because I'm not the sole target. And I see I got to keep it a bean. I don't fuck with Sean. The nigga done admitted to taking platforms and stuff. But if she gonna keep putting my name in there, I got to tell the truth. And what she's doing to him, she has done to me for a year and a half, nonstop. And he's just the newest victim. He's dumb because he gave her the content. She has never gotten on the phone to me to talk to her like that. She will, like when I be like, she would be hitting you up, harassing you, be like, leave me alone, leave me alone. She'll send you her nude pictures. I literally have just filed the police report and emailed it to all the police at their local police station. Revenge corn, soliciting unsolicited news. She will use her light skin. She will act like she got sense. And then eventually everybody see who she is. She cannot go back to the Christian rock sector. She's very charming, very manipulative. That's what sociopaths do. And you will believe her. You will fall for her schemes. And she will love bomb you, collect information about you. And then the minute you try to pull away, she will essentially trigger, traumatize, or whatever you want to call it, to blackmail you into a relationship, to blackmail you into dealing with her. She is the worst type of person that I've ever come across. And I know y'all can say whatever about me. I have no reason to lie. I did not exploit her. I did not love bomb her like Sean. I struggled to get, me and my audience have witnessed it all. We're sitting back. And I just can't sit back for her to keep on playing with me. You want to do that with Sean? Leave my name out of it. Stop going live. Stop putting me in the middle of it, because I'm going to have to tell the truth about them. They
But
know she's
if you're
insane.
claiming that
Like Maggie and them, they've seen this happen. They're just excited about the content with Sean. They all have publicly said she's crazy, she's off of rockets, and she's dangerous. But now they're not saying the same tune because they want to be attached to and a part of these recordings, which is the content in the Black tea sector right now.
so I want to say this. I want to ask you this: if she's really crazy, and why respond to her? What did that make you?
That's what I'm saying. Right. She's emailed me 1,000 times. She will you block her out of your chat, she will come on 15, 20 different burners. She has an unwavering ability to really get under people's skin, and it's something like I've never seen before. So she's talking about, I wanted to silence her and wanted to stop her. No, I didn't want you to use my name affiliation, and I did not want you to be able to
But you can't.
use
But you can't
what she's
stop her
doing to
from
Sean.
using
What
your
she's doing
name.
to Sean, she has tried to do to me. No,
But you
that's
can't. You
fine. That's
can't
fine.
because if
That's fine,
she's
and I know
all
that.
this,
But
why
you asked
for
the
me?
question. You
If you're
asked.
saying that you're mentally stable, right, and nothing wrong with you mentally,
Mm,
why would you keep responding to someone that you say
um.
is a sociopath?
Okay. Perfect. Wiley. That she has publicly admitted to emailing nonstop, thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of times every day. If she can't get to me, she's now harassing, pulling up personal information,
So why don't you file a
tagging the
restraining order
moderators and stuff.
if that's true? If she sent you thousands of text messages and emails,
Right. Right. No. That's what's, I don't really want to talk too much about that, but until it's in the process, and we all know I have to request permission to do that, right? So these are
because
roadblocks and
I'm just
obstacles
honest. Because if
that has
she's
nothing to do.
this type of if someone is sending me thousands upon emails, I wouldn't respond to
Yes,
them publicly.
and
I'll file
she's
a restraining
publicly admitted it. Right. So thousands of emails, hundreds of burners accounts, stalking. You block her. I even set it up to, because of her, if you're not even subscribed to my Twitch, you can't chat. And blocking her and then emailing me, oh, you blocking me and I still can watch. I have all of this stuff. And if I waste time mentioning it and everything that she do on a daily basis, you're then feeding into it. And so now that this is happening with Sean, and she's continued to bring my name in the middle of it, that's what I'm going back and say, hey, look, this is why on January the 21st, this is what I sent to her, and this is the last communication. And then she went out here and fooled Maggie and oh, she's the not defender, when she knew behind the scenes that nothing was there. She's a social. You want to have an experience with her, you can, but I would,
I'm not
Wiley,
because
this is what I'm
it's
saying to you.
just if she's all this, why respond to it? Because if you claim that she's just this unstable person, she's 2,000, why keep responding to her
Mhm.
publicly? I'm just not understanding that because that's not going to stop a person. I don't think she's a sociopath. I'm not going to put that on because I'm not her therapist.
Okay.
I'm not her psychiatrist. I'm not going to put that label on her. But why respond to a person that is all those things that you claim she is?
Okay, so Wiley, and I'm because I got other things to do.
Because that's
I
not
would
going to make
suggest
us.
you
If
hold
it's
on,
true
hold
that she
on.
sent you a
Why,
thousand
why,
messages, I wouldn't respond to her
yes,
on YouTube. I'll get a restraining order if that is true.
right, right. So like again, there's things in work, and I'm not at liberty to speak about it right now. But she herself has publicly admitted it, and she's very charming and very convincing at times, and especially as men. And you talked about, sometimes you fall for it or whatever. But in a nutshell, if you want to know the nature of everything, go back to the kickoff of Messy Mondays and listen and you would understand from that video. Since
People don't care nothing about that. People care about the entertainment factor of it because y'all created that
right,
Lady T as this monster. It's hard for me to
okay,
believe that when y'all are
guess what?
responding to Lady T, when SeanDavieWay was
Right,
on the phone flirting with Lady T,
um,
saying, Daddy
right,
love you. Like,
right.
he's innocent?
Right, Wiley, no, I'm not to the extent to where like what Sean know. I mean, again, like thousands of emails and stuff. So sometimes I was like, oh, give her a chance, and then no, we can't deal with her. Give her another chance, we can't. So I'm not innocent in that, but it was so much constant, nonstop attempts to communicate, blackmail, and all this other stuff. What I mean by go back to the first message Monday, I want you to listen to what you're saying. Go back to the first message Monday and listen to what Sean and King Payne was saying and how they was like, I don't see it, and now they see it. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
It's hard for me to say that she's sending 1,000, but what I can say, Sean
But
David Way
she's publicly admitted it,
on
and I can
on
show
his
it too, right?
Sean David Way Discord, they said nasty stuff about Lady T. Lady T have shown evidence and proof that Sean said that he loved her, that he's daddy, and all of the type that daddy love you. He
That
said right here, oh,
that
look
has
at my
nothing to do with me.
mother-in-law.
That
She loved the
right,
kid.
right.
I mean, but
That
I'm just not gonna
that
allow
has
y'all to
nothing
put
to
this
do with
label
me.
on this black woman. But when you're flirting with the black woman, it's hard for me to believe that she's this type of
Wiley,
person. But y'all flirting
Wiley,
with
I
her,
will tell
and
you.
I can't say you,
What?
but I can say Shawnee Webb
Right.
because I'm looking at the text messages.
Right. So with that said, I'm not there's times to where you like, okay, let's give her a chance. And like I have a moderator by the name of Elizabeth, right? And you would block her and she would come in with all these burners and all these things, just trying to really grip herself. And then that moderator told me 5 or 6 times, hey, Denat, just give her a chance. She's never gonna stop. Just give her a chance and just say hi to her. So I'm like, okay, hey, how's it going? Just listening to my moderators, right? That very same moderator was friends with someone else that once supported me named Victoria. She's so manipulative and conniving to the point to where she hit up Victoria and found out all these personal details about my moderator that I didn't even know. And when that lady who was also, oh, she's not a bad person, and then finally seeing who she was, she a love bomb. And then when you pull away from her, she then took and mentioned all of this personal information about a moderator, somebody in the chat, somebody that just supported me, somebody that's not even a content creator, and traumatized that woman with her personal business so much that she got from somebody else. She's a social climber. This is how she move and operate. And my whole thing is that's just what I'm saying. I'm not totally innocent. Even when she got the tattoo of my name on her neck, in the back of my head, I'm like, this is crazy. But at the same time, I'm like, damn, this isn't like I'm intrigued, impressed by it, and I had to step back and take a couple of days to realize how crazy it was, right? And call that gullibility of a man or whatever. So from the tattoo to forced access, there's been times to where I'm like, okay, yeah, everything is, but like I've never seen somebody like her. You can say whatever you want to say about me. Also, I want to say one thing because I've seen something in the chat. I have not been proven to be a stalker. If that was the case, I wouldn't be able to be 10 feet away from people when it's time to make money. So that court case was lost because the judge did not respect me, and I did not respect her, and I like playing the paperwork game. So we can take it to the United States Supreme Court if we want. That's all I have to say about that.
But you lost that case, Denat.
Losing a case in trial court is not the end of a court case. And the lawyer has a direct relationship where they go to the same church and eat picnics and stuff with the lawyer. And in court records, I asked them to disclose that relationship, and the judge got an attitude. She can be disbarred for that. So there's a
But
lot
you lost
more
it.
than just a
Even
trial
your
court.
appeal was lost too. So I'm not. So why are you getting mad when
How did
people
I
say you
lose an
lost the case? That's
appeal?
factual.
The appeal, it's a fact that I lost the appeal.
Yeah, it's no appeal. Your appeal have not been granted.
What are you talking about, Wiley? This is black. I think you should go back and look. This is
I'm
black and
talking
white
about
that you're
your
speaking
appeal.
on.
When you say you want to file an appeal, is it on the docket or your appeal? Has it been granted?
Yes, yes. there's there's a pending appeal. I
It's
think you should
pending,
talk to your
meaning it have
friend.
not been granted. It's just pending.
No, Wiley. When you file an appeal, it's pending. It'll be about 6 to 8 months before you file the opening brief, and the court just designated the records, and I had to fix up something, and they're about to transfer the records to the appeal court. I already have the opening brief prepared because I know my record.
But
And when
they
they
have
say
not
it's time to file it,
overturned that judgment with the restraint. They have not overturned that, is what I'm saying to you tonight.
it's a process. The wheels of justice is slow.
I understand that, but we saying right here, they have not overturned that judgment.
No. I mean, but it's a process. You should know that you was in jail for how
Because
long, and then you
but
finally got out.
again, when Document Things posted about your case, you got mad at Document Things, and he was posting the black and white.
Okay, listen. Document Things posted where the clerk did not rejected a certain motion because of California rules of court. You gotta, when you play this paperwork game, you have to make sure your documents are bookmarked and in order. Like there's nothing that's the appeal is there. There's a granted appeal. There's an appeal case number. The records are about to be transferred to the appeals court. And then there's a couple of things that probably happened, but at the end of the day, the case is still active.
But
As
you have
far
to
as
get permission from the courts to even file that because you are a fictitious litigator.
Wiley,
This is what the court
Wiley,
documents say. This is not a rumor. This is what that you have to get permission from the
Wiley,
courts to do that.
Wiley, listen, and I got permission from the appeals court. That's why the appeal is active. You see what I'm saying? Don't pick and choose documents. When the appeals court send out something, hey, we're if you don't do this by this day, we're gonna enter default. I do those things, and it continues to go. Like you guys don't know how the court game works. Remember, I'm the one who understands the court system, right?
A
You
restraining
said that, and
order,
everybody say that.
a restraining order was granted.
Yes, it was.
It have not been overturned. You constantly file
Wiley.
documents and it's constantly get
Uh-huh.
rejected. So again,
Wiley, documents get rejected if you don't have bookmarks. And then when you go and correct the
but
bookmarks,
I'm telling you, it was rejected, regardless if it was rejected.
What was
So
rejected,
again,
Wiley? What?
so none of your stuff have
What was
not. So all your
rejected?
stuff went through. So nothing have been stuff have been rejected from the
No.
court case. Even Document Things been posting about it.
Wiley, if I file a document and it has my business address and it don't match up with the address that they have on record, they will reject it, and I have to then change the address to submit the same document. That
But I'm just
happens
saying,
to
regardless of why it
life.
was rejected, it was rejected. You're trying to give me the why. I'm just telling you that it was rejected.
But Wiley, I'm telling you, when they reject it, there's things that have to go and correct, and then the document gets accepted, and that's what happens. That's the way
So you
court
think
works.
the appeals court is going to overturn your restraining order? That's what you think?
This is what I know. I know that there's constitution issues at play, and I have a solid argument. And whatever the appeals court
Because they
decides
have not been
is what
doing
they
it.
decide.
They still have it granted.
What, they still haven't granted the appeal? What?
No, they
I'm
still your
confused. Like
restraining order. You still have a restraining order against you,
the
and
restraining order has no bearings on my real life or anything that I do.
it does have a
doesn't.
bearing on your real life because you are forbidden to talk about somebody.
That's fine, and I don't have to talk about that person, and I don't hang out in the same place.
You got it because you was talking about that person.
And that's a problem because that's a First Amendment issue that has to be taken up on appeal, right? See, you see the argument?
But deny, if they're telling you that you are a fictitious litigator, why don't you hire an attorney? Why are you trying to do something yourself and they're telling you already rejected?
Wiley, any attorney that's listening understands what if you go in and file a document.
Attorney is what I'm saying. You're not.
But I love this shit. You cannot sit there and say that I know.
Why don't you just go to law school and become a lawyer?
Listen, I know too much to be indoctrinated. I love it, and everything.
If you love it so much, why don't you take the bar? Like, go to law school, take the LSAT, go to law school to become a licensed attorney.
And I can do that. I'm only literally 20 hours away from taking the bar. You know how many attorneys I know? You know how many attorneys have
Why
looked at
don't
this
you do
case?
it though? I just don't understand it.
Because it's fun. Because it's fun to me. It's fun to practice my law. It's fun to
So
go
it's
and cuss
fun for
out a
you to
motherfucking
practice without
judge.
being a lawyer instead of you being a lawyer and
Yes,
actually doing it in real.
yes, on my own behalf. And by the way, I was arrested for practicing law without a license, and that was because the police killed my sister, and I sued them, and I would do it again about the women that I love in my life. But neither here
So
nor there.
so what
What
you're
happened?
saying is you love filing these stuff even though it's getting rejected. You don't want to go to you say you will go to law school or you're not going to go to law school.
I Wiley, I know about 40, 50 attorneys across LA. I only need 20 more hours to take the bar.
But why don't you
And
do
you
that? I
need
just don't I don't
because I need
understand.
20 more hours. Wiley, are you not
Why
hearing?
don't
I
you
need
just do the
20 more
20
hours.
hours? Like you have spent, I could be wrong, more than 20 hours to get the restraining order thrown out with Armand. You spent more than 20 hours writing those court documents, correct? You spent more than 20.
I mean, to me, the documents are they're already done in my head. I just need to
I'm
do it.
just talking about,
I
but
know
it
what I'm
take
talking
you
about.
more than 20 hours to put all them document stuff there because you be pages and pages of stuff and it got rejected. So I don't understand why you just won't finish the 20 hours to become a licensed attorney. To me,
That's a great idea. So when I
why
feel
don't
like it
you
and
do
when
it?
I do it, I'm trying to answer it. Do you want the answer? And
I'm just
that's a
saying,
great idea. And
I
maybe
just,
I would do that.
yeah, because
Okay, it takes 400 solid credit hours shadowing behind lawyers, and those lawyers have to sign off. And I only need 20 more. Maybe I'll do it in the next 6 months. Maybe I'll do it in the next year. It's my choice and
because
what I want to do.
because with me, when you file this stuff and it's getting rejected and all of that, the main
Uh
question I always want to ask you: why don't you just allow the restraining order to last for 2 years? It's not 20 years. It's not 40 years. It's not even 60 years.
huh.
It's 2 years. Why not allow us to? Hey, you know what? For 2 years, I'm not going to talk about our mom. I'm not going to post about him. I'm not going to go to the courthouse when he's there. I'm just for 2 years. I'm going to just take this L. Why not just take the L?
First of all, again, rather the restraining order stands or not, it has no bearings on my freedoms of access to courthouses or anywhere because I'm
But
not a
it does.
smuggler.
You can
That's
if
number one.
Armand goes to the court, you can't be around in 20. I think it's like 15 or 20 feet.
Well, I can't mention that person. It's 10 feet.
But I'm
And
just but
guess
it
what?
does have it's over
Wiley,
your life.
Wiley,
It
Wiley,
does. Whether you want to
Wiley,
admit it or not,
Wiley,
it does. You can say
Wiley,
if you have a restraint, if
Wiley.
you go to the courthouse and Armand is
Uh,
there, he can report that. Like he's not 20 feet away from me. So it does hinder your life.
Wiley, I'm the type of person that is best when I'm left the fuck alone, and they know that. So somebody giving me 10 feet, me giving them 10 feet is good. Because when I went to the Diddy trial for the first 3 weeks, I didn't talk to none of them, and I was focused. And then when I talked to them and engaged with them is when shit went downhill. So respectfully, I'm best left the fuck alone.
I just, but then like it's like one point people be on your side, but it just really, really don't make sense. It's like all this could have been avoided if you would have just stayed to yourself and report on the case. And this one, and not mention in our mind, like you had something good going for yourself. You did. Like I saw you, I was witnessing you. You were doing good with the Krishan Rock stuff, but then it turned when you just got latched on to our mind. Like it just didn't make sense because you were literally you were literally making good clicks and views with Krishan. And this before SeanDavieWay talked about it. Yes, I believe he stole that from you. Absolutely, 1000%. And you didn't need to talk about Armand because you was doing good with Krishan Rock. You even went to the DNA place that she allegedly got this DNA test and confronted and exposed that lie. Like, I just don't understand you just talking about her. It just, to me, it didn't make sense because you didn't need to. You was in the sect. I saw him went to the DNA place. He was at the DNA place. And he exposed that, and I'm like, he didn't need to talk about her. I'm just saying. I see Lady T. You want to come on? Lady T, you could call in. Lady T.
But I have the phone. When I open up the phone lines, you can only take one call at a time. You only take one call at a time. It does not do three-way. You only take one call at a time because we can't use Blog Talk Radio because that's shut down. So if you want to call in, we only it only allow us to take one call at a time, unfortunately. And then I didn't want to put it I didn't want to do 6 different people. Okay, I think this Lady T. Lady T, that's you?
Yeah, hold on one
Okay,
second.
I have you on. You hear that the knot came on. He had some serious allegations saying that your mother went online, but we just recently seen a text message where your mother was watching SeanDavieWay and about the Kashawn Rock stuff. So do you want to respond to those allegations that the knot put out that you sent 1,000 messages to him and all that?
Yeah, well, first of all, my mom's on the phone. I'm gonna let her speak for herself.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello, yes, ma'am. So did you come out to the Knot channel to expose your daughter?
Not at all. Now,
Okay.
if you will allow me to let you know exactly how it went down, then that's what I'm here to do.
Okay, please do. I'm listening.
Yeah. When I first heard of Monac saying that he was going to grape my grandson, I've never been on you guys' channels except when it's applied to children. An 18-year-old to me is still a child. So I had reached out to my daughter and told her that I heard what he had said. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you. I'm listening.
Oh, okay. So I reached out to my daughter and told her what I had heard. I told her that I went into Donet's comments to say that I was going to be doing a live and I want him to tell me face to face what he said about my grandson. He went into graphic details of how he was going to grape my grandson. My daughter had asked me, Mom, don't do it. Stay out of it. I can handle it. I'm not the type of person that's going to sit back while someone's making those statements and those threats. So I went up to his link. I hit his link. When he let me up, the first thing I did for 30 minutes was curse him out, his females on his chat that thought it was all funny about saying what he's going to SA an 18-year-old or anybody in my opinion, but he was specifically talking about my grandson. Now, within that 30 minutes, he muted it all. My daughter called me. My grandson was on the phone. So this whole time I was muted for 30 minutes. My daughter said, Mom, just calm down. Just calm down. Just listen. Just listen to him and try to get him to admit that he said the word. So I was talking to her. I was talking to my grandson. I had another family member call in. So Nat had me, like I said, for 30 minutes of yelling, screaming, wanting to run, jump through the phone. When my daughter finally got me to calm down, he was saying like 2 or 3 times during his live, let me see if she calmed down. He would hit the link or hit the unmute, and I still was going off. Around the 3rd time, after talking to my daughter, her asking me to calm down, he unmuted me. So at this time of him unmuting me, he went on to talk about these thousands of emails he was supposedly been making to him, which she admitted. And I was in agreement with him to say, well, yeah, I know that. She does that to everybody. She's always sending books of text. That didn't start yesterday. That started with my very first cell phone that I got, which was in 2007. So when she would, just regular conversation, she rather talk on a text message, and it was a text message don't necessarily have to mean it was hostile communication, but that's how she communicated. And it unnerved me because I don't like writing, you know. So that's something that's been going on forever. And that's just how she does. She talks, her communication was through text messages, and they be long. So that meant that I would have to respond to whatever she was saying, and it'd be long. So that's just been a thing with her. So yes, when he was bringing that up, I was like, yes, I know. Was saying sometimes I want to choke her out because sometimes, and now I'm realizing, listening to this last live she did, I understood what is the word I'm trying to say? Her feelings and things that's happened to her and how she, you know, taught me to be responsible. So I have learned a lot just listening to these lives. However, when I say, yes, I know, she texts a lot of people. She says a lot of things. Everyone gets it. You know, her family, her this, her dad, her guys. And y'all heard her talk to guys. So that's not nothing new. You've seen it, how she talks to individuals. I'm just different. I'm a mother. So I take that a whole different way. I take that whole personally. So I was going along with him to say, yes, that's true. I did say that, yes, sometimes it's going to take consequences. If that nigga ever thought in his life I meant a consequence for somebody to do harm to her, he got life fucked up. And what he needs to understand, and excuse my language, I've already reached out to people, and he's very safe in Argentina and Brazil. That's where he's safe. And he keeps talking about passports. I got that too. Okay, let's be clear. But the whole thing is about my grandson. So after I listened to him, after I agreed, yes, I know she sends the text messages. She may have to get consequences. Consequences is not equated to the things he was trying to say, like live after live after live, like setting her up that on site when he see her, he gonna unalive her. These are all the things he said. So no, that was in no way trying to say I'm rocking with you, fool. You said you was gonna break my grandson. So after me saying, yeah, it is true that she said this, she, you know, I hope you die or whatever. She says things like that. Then I said, but that's not why I'm here. I'm here because I want to know what you said to my, and then he cut all that off. So he used that one portion of me saying, yeah, I understand, and yeah, she does that, and whatever the case may be, as if I'm on his team or I'm in agreement that something will happen to her the day somebody lay a hand on my child. It's not just me. You got a whole cities that will come. Do you understand? That is what he needs to understand. And that's it. Wiley, the whole situation of me hitting that link was not to, to, what do y'all call it? Or what did you just ask me? To support him in dragging or, you know, whatever he's doing and saying about her. My point is, as a grandmother, I will take you out forever, threatening to rape my grandson. And he did it graphically. He said, I'll have your son, and I'll pull his hair
Wait a minute,
back.
Mom, let's have a pause 1 second, because I can't on his channel. So I need to intervene here real quick. Let me intervene. So I was trying to go through my emails and stuff, Wiley, because I've seen somebody in the chat say it was two different things I definitely got to address. They said, why hasn't she tried to do X, Y, and Z? First of all, let me send you these. I had a court date scheduled for March 19th. Let me send you these screenshots.
Oh, she's been on it.
Hold on 1 second, Mom, 1 second. So I had a court date scheduled for March 19th, right? Once I had let it be known that I actually did try to go get a restraining order on this sociopath, I said the date. He then does a live and posts this. I just sent you the receipts. He posts this thing that he put on his TikTok and said, oh, I don't know nothing about a March 19th. I just know I filed something against Armon. He tried to basically make it seem like he's unaware that I'm trying to do anything. But this date of March 19th, if y'all hear anything about a court, it's about me and Armon. He played that game because he wanted to act like he was not acknowledged that I was in pursuit of trying to get a restraining order on him. You'll also see emails between me and the officer where I went and filed a report. I was trying to get him when he said these things about my child, okay? Because they also sent the police to my house to do a wellness check harassing me because he was the only one at the time to have my address. He also gave my address to a troll page that has been inactive for a whole year just to harass me. And they posted the same message with my envelope that I sent him with my real address where I'm sitting as we speak. They sent the police to my house. So I went to try to file charges. I showed them the exact video that he said the nasty things he was going to do to my child. And I told that officer point blank, period. I'm trying to do this the white way, i.e. calling the law, because I've never been through no public situation like this. And since it is public, obviously, if I go do anything, I'm going away for life, but behind mines, I will. So I was trying to do things the right way, showing a track record that I filed charges, I've showed them all the documentation, all this stuff. Ultimately, it led to nothing because the way the law is designed, because this is essentially like cyber, it's like, you know, virtual. And then they're saying with him being in Brazil, is there really a threat? All this kind of stuff. So then when he decides to come over to Matthews, when I'm having this stuff with Sean, right, I already knew his verbiage. He had just 2 days prior to that called the family of the mother of the victim that was in my truck accident, trying to disparage me, say all this kind of stuff. But then 2 days later, you come on Matthews to give me a fake apology about my son just because you want content. So what I'm showing, while people are thinking that I've forgiven him, no. I'm showing, because he's also trying to press charges on me, saying that I threatened to unalive him. So I'm showing that I have shown on multiple platforms that I was trying to resolve this situation amicably and move on. So therefore, God forbid anything happens and your mother that owns that dilapidated dwelling, instead of burying her children elsewhere, she should do it on her property so she'll no longer have to pay taxes. You know, God forbid something happens in the future. So if you don't know that I'm smart enough to know what I'm doing, I know what I'm doing. There's never in this God's green earth, it's going to be a time that I'm cool with, kill, whatever the hell, Kiki and whatever you want to call it, with this clown. But I'm pushed in a corner because out of everybody in this situation, yes, I have a record, and he likes to use that to his advantage because he thinks it's a game. So I'm sorry that your mother didn't care about you, but I promise you I care about mine. And my mom cares about me and her grandchildren as well. I was up here having a conversation with you. Wiley, you wonder why I didn't go push harder to be on Armon's platform. Imagine the volume of people he got over there, and you got this clown coming over and all these trolls coming over with this disgusting jargon. This is why I stay away. But what he's not going to do is keep coming out here. I don't want nothing to do with him. The nerve he has to come over here on your platform after he was just saying the most nasty things about you, and when you just lost, may she rest in peace, your grandmother, he is sick. He's disrespectful, and I'm tired. So if he's not going to come to my city since he has my address, quit worried about where I'm at. You don't like Wiley. You don't like Armon. Once you said that Armon told you that about the interview, oh, I should have known he was going to be coming. Because he's like, oh, no. She's not going to get that opportunity. That's all it's about. I'm so sick of hearing 1,000 emails. You addressed that. All that is in the past. That was last year. Yeah, you talk stuff to me. I'm blocked and I don't have a channel to talk. I'm going to email you and cut you out to get it back. I've already talked about this. This is in the past.
Lady T, and your mom explaining well that her conversation, he only posted bits and pieces of the conversation, and she explained it. And I'm glad that you have a timeline on there. But I want to ask you, so were you trying to get a restraining order against him? Okay, go ahead. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Uh-huh.
Yes, he confirmed what I'm saying he was up. I guess I went on Kimmy Love's live because Tiffany's stepbrother was up there, and I went up there because we're
Why are
all
you
up
saying
there.
stepbrother? That's my half brother. How will he be my stepbrother? That's not even your child.
I'd rather just say brother. I just be trying to use what
Well,
y'all
he's
use.
technically my half because he's my dad's
Right.
child. Step would mean
Right.
he would have been somebody you were with, and he's my step. No, that's my dad's son.
Okay, I'm sorry. You know, I'm not familiar. You know, I have my own sisters that have different fathers. So yeah, they always used to use the word step, and I've always told them I don't like it. But I'm trying to use y'all language because I'm hearing what y'all saying. To me, a brother is sister. That's just how it goes. On Kimmy Love channel, and I was muted all on there too because I was going off. He did say, because I was saying on that particular time, I said, you muted me 30 minutes straight. And he said, yeah, I know. I saw your veins coming out your forehead. That's how angry I was. And it took Tiffany, it took my other family member that called me, and my grandson, when I could hear that he was calm and just really looking at this fool like, you know, you got a great imagination and you need to write a book and saying it, I said, okay, everybody is okay. So that's why I calmed down. And the only thing I agreed on was, yeah, I know she, you know, does a text. Sometimes, you know, I'll be wanting to choke her out, but that's, you know, I said, but what I want to get back to, the reason I'm here is what you said about my grandson, and you cut that off. So
but he admitted it what he said on multiple platforms. He in one
breath
said, well, he apologized. He tried to say it was a bad joke. 1 second, Mom, 1 second, because these people don't know, they don't know what happened. So in one breath, he'll say it was a bad joke, but then he also, in that same live, told his people what they have already admitted, that his biggest cash cow, She Paints, has paid a private investigator to follow me, find out where I work. He found my son's Facebook page, showed my son's picture on Kimmy's panel, which that's how obsessed he was to find my child. So
yes.
It's never been a joke. He went out of his way to continue to find my child, right? So it's past YouTube. And now he knows what my son looks like, knows his name, and all this stuff. So, again, when I just recently, I also texted you, Wiley. I had emailed. I said, Lord, I do not want to have no dealings with this diabolical clown, even though he tried to come and be all somber and, oh, you know, I know it was a bad joke. I'm sorry. I was just trying to get under your skin, you know, when he was so pressed for me to press these charges on SeanDavieWay. And I said, and in an email, I specifically said, I literally hate you, just as equal as Sean. But in this very moment, especially since he's trying to play legal games, you definitely are the last person I would ever want to ask for help. And since you offered your so-called, legal advice, yeah, at this moment, I want it. But I still don't want shit to do with your ass. So that took a lot for me to even be the ask that. But again, I can't go anywhere without him coming up. If I'm such this horrible person, you don't like Wiley, you don't like Armon, why are you here trying to tell them, don't deal with me, don't give her opportunity? Why did you so-called set the stuff up with OKP for me to come over there, only for you to, it don't work out the way you wanted it to then start to drag when we're over there and it was peace? See, so at the end of the day, this situation has taken a life of its own, and the way it's going to end is going to end. That's a fact. But what he's not going to continue to do is everywhere I go, make it a problem for me to be anywhere on YouTube. He is a disgusting individual. He is sick. He's pathetic, and he don't have this energy for men.
Because I want to make it clear, the 1,000 text messages that happened when you was texting, not emails. That happened when you said last year, so that didn't happen this year.
Yeah. Okay. No. That's over the whole course of when he know me. So like if I'm blocked and I didn't have a channel and all this stuff, and he's on his live, his big channel is dragging me, I had nowhere to be to defend myself. So I'm emailing you, cussing you out. You know what I'm saying? So that's all in the past.
You're just responding to him once he
yeah,
at that particular time. Okay, yeah.
Also, but I noticed, Wiley, like she said, I said, this Negro, everywhere she goes, he pops up. He's always popping up to address someone that he says is trash, dirt, blah, blah, blah. And I'm watching. Please understand this. I'm not a part of any of this, okay? I don't even deal in matters like this, people like this. This is not my lane. So I am watching with an unbiased eyesight. I observe and I listen. And so I'm hearing him over and over, because my biggest thing with Donat, besides talking about graping graphically my grandson, was also his constant setup to say, I'm more or less, I'm afraid on sight when I see her, I'm going to unalive her. So as watching, I've noticed that he said that about quite a few people he's going to unalive. I noticed that every narrative that he's painting at Lady T, he paints that for everybody else, from the AT2s to the Seans to the Armons. Everybody wants Donat. And so this is really just a sick individual, because for him to, his main thing was to justify him saying that he was going to grape my grandson, focusing on he's 18 and he's grown, as if to say that's okay to grape him because he's 18. And I don't, I'm just somebody that.
And he just said the same thing about, hold on, Ma. He just said the same thing about SeanDavieWay's daughter, which was made with Sean. That's why he went off on me about the not being on the panel at Maggie's. Like, you was just up there. He said this about my daughter. He said it about my son too. You think I want to be up here? No, I know what I'm doing. Because guess what he just said once again on Wiley's? Oh, hold on, Mom. I got paperwork. I got stuff in the filing. So again, like the officers told me when I went to get mine, he can't say that you're harassing, stalking, this, that, and the third, then engage with you. Then 2 days later, you're back to a stalker. Now you're an unaliver. Like the flip-flop of whichever day of the week he wants to spin the narrative on me. When he needs something, content, or it's another op that he don't like, and I'm gonna come up here and be fake nice to her or whatever. No, I'm showing his history, because I'm also covering my ass as well. So I know what I'm doing. So when he apologized, everyone was like, well, you're wrong for constantly saying stuff about people's deceased relatives. Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to apologize for saying that about your sister. She was ugly before she got in the casket. It just got worse when she got there. So excuse me. Okay? Yes.
And also,
now I'm not bringing Sean's family in this kilo. They're not dead. He did a whole live on what he was going to do to his daughter. So I'm not bringing nothing in. I'm proving the point that he has not changed, learned his ways. He continues to go around here saying what he's going to do to people's children the moment they turn 18. And it's disgusting.
Yeah. I heard that. I heard, who was that? Wait, y'all. I heard, I guess it was AT2's family, that he was posting a live. Soon as that lady came on, Donat was calling her disrespectful, but I did hear the lady say, you have my minor child up there posting him. That was her problem.
I don't want to take up too much of his time. I just wanted you to be able to hear, because since my mom,
I remember that. I'm glad your mom. I'm glad, ma'am, you came on to give us the full story. And you have a right to defend your family.
Yes, sir.
You have every right to do that. You have every right to defend your family and stuff like that, because people like to spin narratives and stuff like that. You came and you spoke your truth, and because he made it seem like you were just dissing your daughter and dragging your daughter. And you was like, no, that's not the case.
I just agree that she sent text messages and she talked to everybody crazy, as y'all can already see. So she's not
that part. She was just letting you know that's how I am in real life if you play with me.
Yeah.
And no, I did not threaten Sean's children. I really wish y'all quit saying that. He don't have nowhere me saying that. He don't have no text or no call. I've never threatened his kids. So I wish y'all quit saying that. Anyways.
Yeah.
So Wiley, you can take with this as you may.
And Wiley, if you could, the only thing I'm pushing is that you have a sick individual out here literally saying what they're going to do to a teenager, and saying it's legitimate to say because he's 18. He didn't say this was going to be consensual and he would like to date. Nah, he said he was going to commit a felony.
Yes.
SA raping on a child. That's what needs to be pushed out here, because that's the part he's trying to skip around and bury.
Yeah, that's not right for him
That's
to
what
do
needs
that.
to be out. I don't know how
For him
people
to-
feel about, people talking about what they gonna do harmful to people like that, but that's my main thing. He's gonna be dealt with.
Well, thank you so very much for coming on. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Talk to you later, daughter.
Okay.
All right, love you, Mom.
Love you, bye.
That was really good. I said the mother have every right to respond to that. Wow. Okay. Let me see if I open up the phone lines. Let's see. I'll get the phone lines back open up. Anybody
Yes,
else?
I am about to hang up in a second, but I just had to say one more thing. So there's somebody in Jennifer in the chat saying she watched in real time me threatening his kids. Where is that, honey? Because I'm sure it would have been screen recorded and played everywhere. The only live I deleted was since I've been knowing Sean was the one with the F-bombs that they said they didn't like, and we were still talking clearly, hence the Mother's Day thing, ever since then. So if you think that he would have been talking to me and I had threatened his kids on a live that's deleted, this is the lies that I've been talking about that you weirdos in the chat do. Clown. Anyways, Wiley, you have a blessed day. And I think Denat got his purpose served. He does not want you or Armon to give me any type of opportunities because no one gives him any. So
Thank you so very much for calling in.
You too. Bye-bye.
Why would I send stuff to people in private? Y'all do know I'm not a new content creator. I've been doing content, been on YouTube for a long time. Child, you don't send nothing to nobody if you don't want what you send to be public. Okay? So I understand who y'all talk about. I came all the way from the B sector. I even did YouTube before the B sector. So come on now. Stop it. We are not new to this. We are what they say, true to this. But Mama T definitely have every right to respond and give her reasoning on this. We do want to say Armand is not on our show. And if I was denied, I wouldn't have came on. I wouldn't have came on to talk about that because I don't want people. I don't want to see nobody go to jail for violating a restraining order or something like that because I'm still kind of hurt to see the DL whisperer in jail. So I'll be like, so Harm. So if somebody gave you 2 years not to talk about them, for 2 years, don't talk about them. Because 2 years go by fast. Like it's not 20 years. You know what I'm saying? And I try to give advice. Even though, I get dragged and stuff, but that's fine. People gonna say what they want to say. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me at all. But yeah. But again, all the court documents have been posted. Document things, talk about it. And if it's like a major update in the case with Armon Wiggins, then I would bring it to y'all. But as of right now, Armon have a restraining order that's been granted for 2 years. Give me a second. Do I have because I want to make sure I was factual. I want to make sure that it is 2. I believe it was 2 years. I want to make sure to be factual in this. So y'all bear with me. That I'm being factual in this. Okay, yes. So it's been granted for 2 years. Oh, and he must stay away 100 yards. And in the workplace, what about the workplace? I believe it's at events that you are reporting on. Reporting. You must stay 10 feet away. So I think this was the courthouse. You may not post or make video statements about Mr. Wiggins. I want to make sure that is
on there. So again, I want to make sure I was factual. And of course, he also had to pay $40,500 for the legal fees. I want to make sure that we put that out there. But this is a good live on Memorial Day. I want to thank y'all so very much for making sure that Lady T was able to come on the show. Yeah. Okay, I opened up the phone lines and let y'all call in. Y'all called in. Hold on. I want to make sure. Anybody else want to call in? That's it. Excuse me. Ooh. Was it a good show? Make sure y'all thumbs up the live. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. We need y'all to thumbs up. And again, I appreciate Lady T, and also I appreciate her mother for coming on. That's how you do it. When somebody says something, and if you know that's not the truth, you coming in, you bring your point of view. Definitely be loving that. Y'all, thank you. We love the fact that we got new content creators coming. It's room at the table for everybody. Thank y'all so very much. Make sure y'all continue to pray for Funky Dineva. He really needs your prayers. He out of the hospital. He have a catheter. He's out of the hospital. Pray for full healing. Want to thank y'all so very much. If your first time watching the Water Show, please subscribe. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. I'll put the number in one more time. In here, I don't know where my moderators are. I think it's Memorial Day. They probably booked and busy. And I'll put the number in here one more time. And because I want to make sure y'all be like, oh, you ain't let me call in. You ain't let me say what I have to say. I want to say this. And I'm like, well, we want to make sure everybody able to get their point across in the live. We've been on here for 3 hours. I appreciate that and all that. I'm glad that that Lady T was able to give her side of the story, and it's up to the public to hear all sides. And after that, say what you want to say about it. You know what I'm saying? Say what you want to say about the subject. That's your personal preference. We thank you all so very much. Also, thank you for everybody being in the chat today. Appreciate that. This was good. Shout out to this is Memorial Day. So make sure y'all put some burgers on the grill, ribs on the grill, crab legs on the grill. Make sure y'all definitely do that. And of course, we're going to do a mental health show. We have somebody who's going to come on and all that. And this is Mental Health Month, I believe. So definitely great. And I told y'all my testimony, and y'all seen that we ain't out here crashing out, because we take the meds that day. Okay. Even if y'all don't see me, I want to say shout out. We got an A in our class, and we got to take another class Tuesday. We starting all over with another new course. So the previous course we have A, so I'm just waiting on the final grade. So hopefully that will be an A as well. Thank you. So again, we have an open chat. We appreciate y'all able to say what y'all want to say on the chat, as long as y'all ain't cussing. We appreciate that. We thank you all so very much. I'm about to close with this. Little black boy, you beautiful. Little black girl, you are. The Cash App. Let me put the Cash App on. I'll put it on the screen. $ Wally Show 1990. Thank y'all so very much. We go. This has been a messy, messy, messy day, but I'm glad y'all was able to give y'all point across. Peace.